New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
You want to play rough? Okay. Uno. Say hello to my little friend.
What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today, man? I hope y'all enjoying your Saturday. Give me 1 second. Man, hope y'all enjoying your day, man. And it's a great Saturday to be alive. What is up? And I'd like to thank Ali for giving me an idea for today's monologue. But before we get to that, I just want to share something with you guys, of course, as always. Before I get off track here.
Hi guys, welcome to the Backroom Collection. My name is Luis Cruz. I am your founder and lead designer here at the Backroom Collection. Just wanted to give you guys a quick intro video to describe the products that you're buying while you're on our site, so you can visualize what it is you are purchasing. So our main product are canvases. As you can see on our website, we have tons of designs. This is what you're going to be receiving, as you can see here displayed on my wall. It is a canvas with the design that you choose, printed on canvas, and it's spread over a thick and sturdy wood frame. It has the hardware ready to hang up, so once you pull it out of the box, it's ready to hang on the wall. These are very high quality. Shipping takes about a week or so, but this is what you're going to be getting when you purchase one of our Backroom Collection canvases. Our second product are mini helmet visors that I'm going to be adding to the website this weekend. And it's for those who have autographed mini helmets. The visors are basically a display piece that attached to the face mask of the helmet to give your helmet some pop. So that's what you're getting when you purchase a mini helmet visor. It comes with the hardware to attach it to the face mask. So just wanted to give you guys a visual of what it is, so as you're browsing the website, you can kind of know what exactly it is that's going to be arriving at your front door. If you have any questions, you can contact me on my cell phone, on email, Twitter, Facebook Messenger. You can ask me any questions you guys have. I hope you guys have an awesome day. God bless and have fun shopping.
And that was Backroom Collections. That is a great sponsor of the Finn's Tailgate. And of course, if you use the hashtag TFTG, you will receive 10% off your first order. As well as we have W Energy Drink. I got my W Energy Drink. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and a not a live review, but a review video tomorrow for W Energy Drink. Be on the lookout for that. And other than that, okay. I'm sorry, affiliates. Excuse me, I was just told they're affiliates of the TFTG. And of course, last but not least, $10% off your purchase of your, affiliate. He is affiliate. Sorry about that. And then, of course, we have the merch, the flip-flops, beanies, flags, and T-shirts. We have accessories, cups, and all that good stuff. With the hats, women not included. And finally, we have this wonderful lineup. We have El Capitan coming, usually Sunday nights. You'll be seeing him a lot more soon. Color, a cup of color, late night, in the morning, anytime is the right time for the cup of color. We have DTA on furlough, my man Ali. He'll be coming back on this lot August when the preseason starts. He's gonna be jumping up from time to time as well tonight. Broken takes. And of course, my man Lewis, he comes in from time to time. And of course, you know me, I've been doing some drive times, and I'm gonna be doing Saturday nights until August. And of course, I'll be jumping on when Ali jumps, starts doing his shows as well. So, with that being said, let me get a few shout outs out of the way. Say what's up to the people in the chat. Without you guys, we want to have this great show that's going on right now. First in the building is my man Dolphinier, best name in the business. I think everybody should be a Dolphinier. Marino's a GOAT. Hell yeah, yes he is. Duke Tomlinson, how you doing, man? My man California knows how to party. California. John Featherland, what's up, man? Mr. Crazy Dolphin, member of the Wolf Pack. How you doing, brother? Across the pond. How are you doing, Raphael Courtwright? Crazy Dolphin. Flavor J. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up? 72. Scar 305. How you doing, man? Ciroc, hell yeah. Pass the Ciroc this way. That's some good shit, though. Ciroc is probably like one of the old, what's up, Mel Piper? That's probably one of the only wines that are making, it's probably one of the vodkas that's made with grapes. So, and we have Jamie Ricard. What's going on, man? How are you guys? So, before we get started, I'm about to pour me a little sip of coconut rum. Being that I'm from the Wolf Pack, I got my wolf logo, you know what I'm saying? I got my wolf poured out, so you know what I'm saying? Being from the Wolf Pack. The wolf is throwing up in my cup. Cheers, guys. What's up, Michael K? Good to see you, my brother. Hey, hope you get better. Real talk. Well, anyway, here it is. Before I'm gonna open up the chat soon. So, like I said, me and Ali were talking for a minute, and I was thinking about what should I talk about today. I was thinking, always like to do some kind of top 10 list. And he's telling me about he has a Ricky Williams autographed jersey that he's framing up right now. So I'm wearing a Ronnie Brown, hence Ricky and Ronnie. So I did this. I looked up the greatest running back duos in the NFL. And I have the 20, according to this Bleacher Report, the 22 best running back duos of all time. So with no further ado, let's get to this list. Garrison Hearst and Terry Kirby. Number 22. Garrison Hearst and Terry Kirby were a pair of solid running backs for the San Francisco 49ers during the late 90s. Hearst usually was the lead running back, and Kirby used situations as a change of pace running back. All right. That was number 22. Number 21, Michael Bennett and Mo Williams. Michael Bennett and Mo Williams are one of the most unknown pair of running backs who ever played the game. As the success days their career were short-lived. However, Bennett and Williams were the best pair of during the early 2000s. They were quite the two-headed monsters in the backfield for Minnesota Vikings. Ahmed Green and Najee Davenport, coming at number 20. From 2002 to 2005, Ahmed Green and Najee Davenport were quite the running back tandem for the Green Bay Packers. Both averaged 4 yards per carry during the Green Bay careers and piled up the touchdowns as they both combined for a massive 61 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive. Hey, Mel Piper. That's what I'm hoping for. Che, Dalvin Cook, and Mostert. I would love that, man. Number 19, Adrian Peterson and Chester Taylor. Adrian Peter and Chester Taylor were time together were short-lived via free agency, but they were one of the great two-headed monsters in the backfield. So that was number 19. Number 18, O.J. Simpson and Jim Barracks. O.J. Simpson and James Barracks created one of the greatest rushing attacks in NFL history. Braxton spent most of his solid career lead blocking for Simpson. However, when he was available to carry the ball, he averaged a rather impressive 3.9 yards per carry. I haven't got to any of number 1 yet, but we'll see. Jerome Bettis and Deuce Staley, number 17. Everyone is well aware of Jerome the Bus Bettis, but some people may forget about the effects Deuce Staley was really was. So during 2004's Steelers 15-1, Bettis ran for a solid 941 as Staley chipped away for 830. Both players were obvious keys to the Steelers' major success in 2004. Number 16. Hey. Congratulations, Alex. I hope everything goes well for you, bro. We'll be praying for you and your wife, and hopefully by this time tomorrow, she'll be celebrating Mother's Day with their new baby. Congratulations, Alex. Warrick Dunn and TJ Duckett. Warrick Dunn was at the end of the career when he played with TJ Duckett, but they were a prime example of thunder and lightning out of the backfield. S.S. Johnson and Booby Clark. Cincinnati Bengals. Johnson and Clark were near misses to join the 2,000-yard rushing club as they fell short in 1973. Wow, I tell you what, I never really heard of these running backs until now. Number 14, I heard of this one. Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew. Fred Taylor, former Gator, baby. 1996 championship. Anyway, Fred Taylor and Maurice Drew-Jones' time with the Jacksonville Jaguars have been limited, but both were extremely effective when they were together. Number 13, Brandon Jacobs and Derek Ward. Brandon Jacobs and Derek Ward became the sixth pair of running backs to eclipse 1,000 yards in one season in the 2008 for the New York Giants. Yeah, Fred Taylor was a beast. I could agree with that. Number 12, Walter Payton and Roland Harper. Walter Payton may be one of the greatest running backs of NFL history, but certainly received a little help from backup Roland Harper, who was almost as effective as Payton. I agree with you. They better be on this list. D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart were both nightmares for opposing defenses to defend against for the Carolina Panthers, but injuries are prevent them from long to be high on this list. So, number 10, Michael Vick and Warwick Dunn. Damn, they considered Michael Vick a running back, really? But whatever, man. I now realize that Michael Vick is a quarterback. Okay, here it goes. I realize that Michael Vick is a quarterback, but we can all agree that he is more of a running back during his early days in the Atlanta Falcons starting quarterback. So, all right. Number 9, Franco Harris and John Fakwa. Franco Harris and John Fakwa are one of the best running backs and fullback combinations in the NFL history. In 1972, Harris led Pittsburgh Steelers in a rushing as they accumulated 1,500 yards. 1,055 yards. Farquhar tailed up with 655. So they're talking about 72. So I'm with you. 72 undefeated. They should be on this list. Number 8 is Randy McMillan and George Wansley. Randy McMillan and George Wansley are two of the best running backs who ever played for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 7, LaDainian Tomlinson and Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles were an extremely effective pair of running backs for the San Diego Chargers in the mid-2000s. Kevin Mack and Ernest Biner. Kevin Mack and Ernest Biner both crossed 1,000 yards marks in 1985 for the Cleveland Browns. Mack tallied up 1,400, and Banner ran for 1,002 yards. Leroy Kelly and Ernan Green. Never heard of these guys. Leroy Kelly and Aaron Green may be unknown to the average football fan like me, but this combination was deadly to the opposing defense. Both Kelly and Green averaged 5 yards per carry. They accomplished 1,800 yards together. I wonder what team they played for. California, what team did they play for? Did you know? It didn't say here. Sam Cunningham and Andy Johnson, number 4. Sam Cunningham and Andy Johnson were two of the greatest New England Patriots, and they certainly were the best pair of running backs New England has ever saw. Number 3, Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris. Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris were the first ever accumulated 1,000 yards each. The same team in 1972, which happened to be the Miami Dolphins' undefeated season. Both running backs split carries, and Zonka, who lined up as a fullback with 1,117 yards, Morris landed exactly 1,000 yards. Number 2, Franco Harris and Rocky Bliner. Franco Harris and Rocky Bliner became the second pair of running backs to accumulate 1,000 yards while on the same team. And the number 1, all right, come on. Can anybody guess what the number 1 duo was? I'll wait. Oh, man. And somebody tell me, who do you think the number 1 running back duo was, according to this Bleacher Report? Nope, not Bowen Allen. Undefeated, got it right. Brown and Ricky. Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams are the greatest running back tandem in NFL history. Both players did the best and may not be the best in the league, but when they paired together, it's a nightmare for opposing defenses. Brown and Williams have been effective together. That Miami resurrected old swing offense formation, which is now called the Wildcat. At times, Brown and Williams can be on the field at the same time. Even when Miami was not in the Wildcat formation and created huge problems for opposing defenses. Even when one is on the sideline and the other is on field, Miami usually has their way with the running the ball. Both running backs share multiple common qualities, but both thrive off each other as they exactly are identical runners, as Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams are the greatest running back duos of all time. So what turned out to be the reason I did this list, because he had the Ricky jersey, I had the Ronnie jersey. It turns out that Ricky and Ronnie turned out to be the number 1. I thought that was pretty cool. And the last time we won a division was with Ricky and Ronnie. So here you go. I'm opening the panel for everybody to jump up. Tell me what you think of that list. I disagree. Yeah, Craig Sebring says they should have it. So would you say, what would you rank Craig Sebring? Where would you put Ricky and Ronnie on this list, just out of the 22? Just curious. And of course, Ronnie Brown, it will be so. I dropped the link. Y'all come up. Let's talk some shit. Right behind them. I ain't mad at you. So you guys, man. So I guess everybody wants Dalvin Cook to come to the Yeah, Reggie Bush wasn't named on there. There's a lot of, I guess, running back duos that were not mentioned on this list. That should have been mentioned on the list. What's up, Canes89? How you doing, man? Bleacher Report has one, Jim Brown and Bobby Mitchell. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see Jim Brown on here. Jim Brown was a great running back. So California, who do you think should have been number one? By the way, I love the wolf. I love the wolf avatar. That's what's up. Toast to the wolf pack. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson. Bowen Allen. That was a good running back duo. I tell you, man. A lot of people. So everybody, I'm curious. Is everybody down with Dalvin Cook? If you're not down with Dalvin Cook coming to the Miami Dolphins, I want to know why. What's up, Amicus? How you doing, brother? I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day in advance. You won't see me here tomorrow. I usually don't jump on Sundays. So my favorite, Chuck Foreman. Yeah, he was a good one. He was a good one. Down with Calvin. Hell yeah. Everybody should be down with Calvin, but hey, that's not everybody, you know? Like I said, I dropped the link. Come on up, man, and chop it up with your boy, man. So yesterday, I would say the offensive line, maybe. Hold on. Hey, Amicus, what's going on? Hold on. There you go. What's up, Amicus? How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? How's it going, man?
Good. Did you hear any of that list?
No, none of it.
Okay. We were talking about the 22 running backs of all time, whatever. Duos, according to Bleacher Report. And, of course, Ricky and Ronnie were number one. Mercury Morris and Larry Zonka were number three. And hey, Bills had some representation on this motherfucker. You know that, right? Let me see. Which one was it? At 18, O.J. Simpson and Jim Barracks.
Okay. 18, huh?
Yeah.
So number one was Ricky Williams?
And Ronnie Brown.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ronnie Brown, man. That guy, I remember watching him play.
Yeah, him and Cadillac. As a matter of fact, he was part of a good duo in with Auburn, Ricky and Cadillac.
Yeah. Yeah, but damn, number one.
Yeah,
you would think number one would still have to be like a top 10 running back of all time. I mean, like a top 10 running back of all time, even with a backup that's not. I get it, the tandem. I mean, it makes sense, but Yeah.
I'll give you a quick top. I'll give you the quick top 5. Franco Harris and Rocky Bleener were number 2. Larry Zonka, I told you 3. Sam Cunningham and Andy Johnson were 4. 5 was Leroy Kelly and Aaron Green. I have never heard of any of these fucking running backs.
Right.
The ones have heard, I could tell you real quickly the ones I've heard of. Let me see. That number 7, which is LaDainian Tomlinson and Darren Sproles. I never heard of. Let me see. I heard of Franco Harris. Look, number 10, Michael Vick and Warwick Dunn. Come on, really, fucking Michael Vick. I understand he put a lot of running yards, but
is Thurman Thomas and Kenneth Davis on the list at all?
No.
What?
Yeah. Adrian Peterson and Chester Taylor were number 19. So it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a wild list. That's out there, man. Where'd you find that list at? You were digging a little, huh?
Yeah, I said, fuck it. You know what? Let me, because that's what I'm gonna do until and in order to count down the NFL, back to NFL, because until August, all the way till August, I'm gonna be doing random countdowns. So
yeah, when's the top 100 list come out? That's like a few weeks before the season starts, right?
Yeah.
That's always interesting.
Who do you think? Well, how many Buffalo Bills do you think is going to be on that list?
I think Diggs and Allen, well, they should be in the top 10, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. What was Allen last year? I think he went like a step or one spot back. He was number 10 2 years ago, and then I think he dropped to number 11 last year. And this year, I don't expect he would get any closer just because of what happened with the Bengals. But I think the list, supposedly the voters of the list do it before the playoffs. So they do it just based on the regular season of last year. So the list is really already done, I would think. And he'll probably be around 11 and 12 again. And Diggs will probably be around 14 or something like that. So yeah, they'll both be top 20.
Yeah, I'm sure the list is done. But you know what's funny is I think the reason it takes so long is I think number 1 because they want to put it during the dead season, and number 2. That shit takes a lot of fucking digging up. You got to dig out 100 players, all that footage. You got to dig up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You got to interview a bunch of players. So
because it's voted by the peers.
Yeah. So they do a lot of there's a lot of work that goes into that shit, man.
Which is why I really love the list a lot, because like who better to judge the performance of the guys that we watch all the time than the people on the field, right? Like it's another perspective. It's a good perspective.
Yeah. I mean, because they listen, we all say that Aaron Donald hits hard, but who the hell knows better than the guy he actually hits?
Right. Yeah, and he's like him and Mahomes are number 1 like the past 3 or 4 years, right? It's 1A and 1B, Aaron Donald and Mahomes.
That dude is a monster, man. It's like and the thing about it is you see him on his pad, you think he's kind of fat, but you
see him with his shirt off, bro's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Dude is jacked, man. I mean, you can see where that strength is very noticeable. Like when he pushes motherfuckers around, there's no doubt in it, there's no denying it. You can see where that strength comes from.
Yeah.
He was talking about retirement last year too, not last year, but the year before when he won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you, like, you're at the peak of your career, you're in the prime, there's no way you can retire. So
yeah, but there's one thing about the NFL too, I think there's 2 reasons why players play long career, because either they have love of game or they mismanage their money and they need a paycheck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's some players, that's why some players probably retire early. They're like, you know what? I'm set financially. fuck this shit. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Because you look at Jerome Bettis, and I'll never forget. I seen his last year. They did a biography, and he literally the day after he has to walk with a walker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think with Aaron Donald, like, he had just won the Super Bowl, right? He was literally the concurrent cause of winning the Super Bowl because he got the final play, and made them win at the end with the sack. And then, he talked about it. It's like walking around for 2 weeks with a fucking cigar in his mouth and a bottle of Jack in his left hand. I mean, bro, you're on top of the world. You're the reason the team won the fucking Super Bowl. Like, go out on top. But then once the dust settles and you sober up, you're like, hey, I got to play football.
And yeah, by the way, I am. Yeah, he did, man. He lived in a 2-story house. And of course, he said after game day, he stayed on the first story. He wasn't fucking going because damn, boy, I tell you what, people don't realize how much damage they take. Those football players take, especially running backs.
Yeah.
Because I'll never forget. I got into a car accident a few years back, right? And boom, I got hit. And of course, that impact, whatever, that shit hit your chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped out of the car. I was like jacked. I'm like, I was ready to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, oh my fucking God, I couldn't get out of bed, bro. I was banged the fuck up. I'm like, God damn, what the hell? Where was this pain yesterday?
Yeah, because the adrenaline is rushing, right? So you can't really feel it until the next day. I got rear-ended too, bro, like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude was doing 100 miles per hour. So I used to work till 12 a.m., right? And I was an hour away from my house. So I'm going down the interstate. Nobody on the interstate, 12:30 a.m., coming home from work. And this motherfucker is doing 100 and tries to move out of the way, like to get around me. And he missed and he hit me. And it totaled the whole car. I don't know how I didn't get hurt, but the pain started coming the days after, right? But in that moment, man, you're just like talking about a wake-up call, bro. What the fuck? This motherfucker hops out of the car and starts yelling at me like I did something wrong. I grab my 45. I'm like, bro, this motherfucker's about to flip out on the side of the interstate. Nobody around, yelling at me. You about to get shot, bro. But it was all he calmed down. He was drunk, fucking lit.
Damn. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, driving's dangerous, man.
Yeah, that's why they say when drunk drivers hit you, they survive because they're so limbo and you tense up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Mountie Fins, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the show. What's on your mind, brother?
Shake money moving. What's going on, Amicus? How you?
What's up? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. I drop in every now and again when I get a chance, but most time I'm in the chat and listening because I'm preoccupied working.
So what did you think of the Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown, according to Breacher Report, the number one running back duo in the NFL?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, the second one, you know what the second group was, right?
Which I never heard. The second group was. Let me see.
The second best.
Larry Zonka. No, second best. Oh yeah, Frank. Oh yeah, Larry Zonka and Macri Morris.
Yeah.
Hey, Amicus.
Yeah.
Check this out. You remember you listen to Mountie Fins talk. I want you to listen to a Ricky Williams interview, right? As soon close your eyes, I swear to God, you think you're listening to Mountie.
Well, yeah, just say something again, Mountie. I'll pay attention a little more with the voice.
Jim Kick and Larry Zonka was the second best running back duo in the NFL.
Yeah, I can hear a little bit in that. Yeah.
What did you think?
Bar none.
How's everything in Hawaii?
Oh, it's pretty good, pretty good. Hey, I'm trying to get over to 305, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been down there. I'm feeding. I got to get back to Miami.
Yeah, I haven't been. I left Miami about in 2009, but luckily for me, I'm down the street. But you know,
See, the thing is what I like about Miami is that it's the different. It's like I like to eat, so the different cultures of food that's down there.
oh yeah,
I want some real arroz con pollo.
arroz con pollo. That's what's up.
Yeah. I ate some of that when I was down there, dude. I was hooked. Had some Cuban coffee.
Un cortadito.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about going to Miami January of next year, man, because I've only been as far as a flight to go to the Bahamas. So you go from Charleston, South Carolina to Miami, and then you take a connector to the Bahamas, right? So all I saw was the airport. Never really experienced Miami outside of that.
I'm trying to get to that Dallas game.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I want to see Tua light. I want Tua light their ass up.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck Michael Parsons. Fuck Dak Prescott. I call him Whack Prescott. That's who he is. He's Whack Prescott.
That's what's up. Hell yeah.
Tear their ass up. I think Doc's gonna be down there too. I think Dean, Doc, they were trying to make that game.
Well, what's going on, Kane's Heat? How you doing?
What
Welcome
up,
to the
fellas?
show.
What up,
What's
fellas?
on your mind, brother?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Fins up.
Fins up, man.
So I have
What
a
you
question, man. What do you
Yes,
think
sir.
the odds are June 1st cut? We get Dalvin, bro.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. And if we do get him, how much of a difference do you think he makes for our team?
Well, I would say, my opinion, I would say it's I would say a 4, because I think it's more on his behalf. I don't know how the Dolphins feel about it, and I think one of the things that would help make that difference is the fact that he'll be good on 3rd and short, his strength. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
not to mention, if it's 3rd and 1, let's say we're on the 20-yard line, right? We're 3rd and 1, and they try to crowd up the box, and Tua sees an obvious one-on-one with Tyreek Hill. He could actually throw it deep and go for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of like about it. You know what I mean? You got to load up the box. If you don't load up the box with Dalvin Cook, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you don't load up the box. So
Right. It's kind of a two-part question. And the next question's for Amicus. If Dalvin were to pair up with his brother, because I was watching the show the other night, and he was saying, that's like a family dream to play, brothers.
I've been talking about it. Nobody believes it. Preach it.
I can believe that shit, man. And what do you think an impact that he would bring to your Buffalo Bills?
I think it would be game changing, man, honestly, for similar reasons with y'all, because see, when you like what Shake said, man, when you have it's not always about the running back per se. Sometimes it's about the name and the history. Like the name can create defensive schemes and changes and loading the box and everything, right? Like a King Henry, he's getting the ball. What do you do with that? Dalvin
I think that
Cook.
would be deadly for us, man.
Absolutely, because of Waddle and fucking Tyreek, right? Like you can't.
Yeah, but
listen, man, it's 11 on 11. You can't double Tyreek, and Cook's gonna burn you, And then he catches passes too, so he would be a safety net, dink and dunk for Tua. I mean, it would be a game changer. I don't understand why, bro. The past couple of days on these panels, man, I've been shocked to hear how many people are not for Dalvin Cook signing. I don't understand it.
I want Dalvin so bad, and I definitely don't want you guys to get him, because I think if Buffalo gets him, they're on a different level, man.
It's because of the same thing with Diggs and now Kincaid. Bro, how do you Josh Allen with that fucking arm, man? How do you defend that? It's too much. It's too much.
I feel like if you guys get cooked, that takes a little pressure off of Diggs.
It's more. Hold on, Ali. Before you cook, what's up, Alex? What's on your mind, real quick, before Ali jumps on?
I know what's on his mind. That loss he had to the Heat the other night. That's what's on his mind.
Hey, Alex, I really like your avatar there.
Hey, I have to honor it, even when I'm in the hospital right now.
You had a bet? You had a bet? I didn't know about it. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, with Batman.
I just wanted to come up here and show Shake some love and respect.
Appreciate that, man.
I'm at the hospital right now.
Dude, are you okay? I'm sorry, man. You all right?
No, my wife's water broke.
Oh, congrats.
Thanks. We're just sitting here waiting right now. But I think the reason why I don't think a lot of Dolphin fans are on Dalvin Cook is because his age and his injury history. That's probably what it is. I mean, I'm all for Dalvin Cook at the right price. At the right price.
Yeah, but the way I look at it, we had injury problems last year in our running back room. You can't have. There's nothing wrong with having 3 solid backs. Especially when all 3 have injury history.
But here's another thing is. Hold on, real quick. I just want to say something about this since we're on the subject of price. Listen, it's not our money. What are we worried about? You know what I mean? Why is it okay for all these other teams go get the big guy they wanted? The 49ers went and got the guy they wanted, CMC. You know what I mean? They didn't care what cost. Yeah, they don't care about the cost. Why are we so worried about cost, man?
I don't think we are though. I don't. McDaniel came from San Fran. You don't think you're trying to copy what?
No, Ali is right though. Everybody's a fucking GM.
Hold on. Let me clarify for Kane's Heat. I'm sorry. I'm not calling out our front office about being worried about the money. I'm talking about our fan base. Our fan base is like everybody's like, oh, that costs too much. Well, where's
you want to know what it is? It's because everybody's worried about the future and giving up. But right now is the time to do it. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it. You can't.
But here's the other thing, though.
Fans don't know the future more than the GM.
But yeah, that's true. That is true. And here's the other part of it. That people don't want to give credit to Greer for. If you look at all of the contracts he has put in for free agents or big time trades or whatever it may be, there is always an out. Ever since he's been in charge, there's always been a 2 to 3 year. You got him, and then after that, we can get out, no problem.
Well, everybody keeps saying, we already have too many running backs. We have too many running backs. Literally, three out of how many running backs we have, we can get out of their contracts, and it's nothing to us. Gaskins, Ahmed, all of them. We can get
Williams, Jeff
Guys,
Wilson.
I'm going to get off. I just want to come up here real quick and show respect to Shake Money.
Hey, Alex. Alex,
take care, man. Congratulations.
Alex, I got to say congratulations, brother.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Much love, respect to everybody.
Definitely, man.
Boy or girl?
Hey, remind me to come back and troll you later. I can't troll you right now.
Troll me later. I got you.
Your first kid?
Because I was gonna say we could name him Julius if it's a boy or Julia if it's a girl after Randall.
5? Damn.
Yeah.
I just have my second.
Hey, Alex. Alex, boy or girl?
The boy.
You're gonna name him too?
You have to name it Julius after Julius Randle for the Knicks.
Hey, Alex, real quick. I feel your pain. I have 5 children as well, and 3 of them I deliver the baby myself because we do at-home water births. So that's another experience there, bro. But yeah, congrats.
Thanks, my wife wanted to do that, but I was too afraid to do it.
My buddy just had an at-home birth, and he said it was the most amazing thing. But I'm too scared.
It's great.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, guys. I'll see you
later.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Hey, Shake, do you mind if I take the solo window real quick? I want to show
go for it. Yeah, for sure, man. Go for it.
So I'm going to go to the solo layout. So you guys were talking running backs, right?
Ali, all big on the screen. That's scary.
This ain't going to be scary. You're going to love this, right? So you guys talking running backs. This was one of my favorite running backs.
Ricky,
signed by Ricky Beckett, certified.
That's awesome.
I just got it last week. It's my birthday present.
That's
so.
Hey, Ali, you know what I find, guys? You know what I find funny?
What's up?
We're all saying how Devontae A-Chain is too small.
I don't think so.
No. A lot of people are out there blasting. Maybe not you. Do you all realize Barry Sanders was 5'8", 200 pounds?
That's true. That is actually 100% fact. I actually looked that up when someone brought that to my attention.
That is my favorite running back of all time. He was 5'8", 200 pounds. A-Chain cut weight to run track. He's going to get up around the 200-pound mark.
Forgetting. They look at him and they think he's just a tiny, small, skinny guy, but they don't realize that he was running track.
Can I bring something to perspective that I don't think people might be thinking about? So, Tyreek Hill, when he came into the league, he was a running back coming out of college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't a wide receiver.
Hey, Ali, I said this the other night, that I think he could be the replacement when Tyreek retires in 2 years.
Yeah, because he's the exact same build, size, and everything that Tyreek was. So, I mean, it's very possible. That could very possibly be it. And also, speaking of Barry Sanders, real quick, and I'll let everybody else start cooking. He's the one running back that retired because he couldn't be a Dolphin, to be honest. He should have been a Dolphin.
Yeah, I know. Detroit backed out of the trade.
Can't believe that.
Bastards.
Well, just like Johnson, both of them retired a little bit premature, we would say, because it's the Detroit line.
Yeah, but
Detroit to make anybody retire.
But you want to know something? Look how he is living life today. He's not all beat up. He's living his best life.
True.
Calvin Johnson are good with the
Ali, you're old enough. You remember the poster that you would see like in certain stores with Barry next to the lion, sitting there with the lion? Yeah. That's a classic poster, bro.
You know what's funny, Ali? I was talking with running back with somebody the other night. Because I played running back. I've studied it, that position more than any. And I don't have Emmitt Smith in my top 10.
It's actually wow. I can, I remember you saying that, and I do remember thinking about it. You might be right. He may not be a top 10 running back.
What happens if Barry has that line? What happens if some of these other running backs have that line? The record would be untouchable.
That is true. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I just want to say real quick before I forget this thought. Amicus, it's funny you brought up that lion. There was a store called Lion Store. I don't know if it's still in existence. They might be out of business now. But that lion, which was in front of every one of their stores, I have pictures as a kid standing next to the same lion. It's kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's funny you brought that up. Go ahead, Todd. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying, you look at Emmitt Smith, he had Troy Aikman to worry about with Irvin and all this. Barry would have had the record. His best receiver he ever played with was Herman Moore. Never had a quarterback.
And when Detroit tried to get a quarterback, they overpaid for Scott Mitchell, and we all know Scott Mitchell.
Yes.
Well, not only that, but you can go look at a Barry Sanders highlight reel on YouTube right now, like a 10-minute reel. You'll never see. You still have never seen plays like that, even today. It ages well.
I am telling you right now, though, the running back that got drafted this year out of Texas is the closest I've seen to him at a college level.
Bijan Robinson.
What college did he go? What team did he go to this year again?
Atlanta.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives me Eric Dickerson vibes. I'm not saying he's going to be as good, but he just reminds me he's on his step.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up. So how's everybody doing today?
Doing great. Real quick, I wanted to respond to Kane's earlier because I didn't get to about the whole Dalvin Cook thing. Like, to me, the top two teams are the Bills and the Dolphins to land them.
Yeah, but don't you think the Jets, ever since they got Aaron Rodgers, their head blew up? You don't think that they really think they're going to win it all, man?
Well, to Kane's point, like, I think people are underestimating the power of two brothers having a chance to be contributors on a real Super Bowl contender.
And that's part of your guys' big problem is that you guys couldn't run the ball consistently.
Exactly. It just makes sense.
Hey, can somebody needs to drop the sun out of here. We might get an OSHA warning or something that might come up here.
That's my main man, Greg. What's going on?
I'm afraid Bill's amicus here might call OSHA on us, so you might want to get that son out of here. So
I was gonna say we could drop the Bills fan in.
Hey, anybody that complained about the Sun to OSHA is not real Bills Mafia. They're a bunch of bitches. So yeah, don't put me in that category, Ali.
I know I'm messing around with you, amicus, but the thing is, they actually did it though. That's what
I know.
What's like, are you
That's the thing. Ali, we all know the Bills fans are a bunch of bitches anyways. Look how they complained about being here.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
we're not.
Say
The
something
Bills aren't
real
coming
quick?
here early.
Go ahead.
What's
Go ahead.
Although the game's not over, congratulations to the Arlington Renegades on winning the first inaugural season XFL championship. Great season. You know, we got some players in the NFL coming. I can't wait. Can't wait for next year. Hopefully the Guardians are better, those bums.
How did they make it to the championship game with a 4-6 record?
Because they were
somehow.
second place.
Yeah, go ahead.
Second place in the division. Then they beat Houston, and now they're beating the DC. They beat the two best teams to be there.
Bro, St. Louis could have beat them, bro. I'm kind of upset about how that worked out, to be honest. St. Louis should have been in the playoffs. That's my opinion. So it is what it is. But anyway, but no, like for real, like the funny thing is, like the Bills got their wish. They're not gonna play the Miami Dolphins in September. But the reality is, on any given day, there can be a heat wave that hits Miami, and guess what? It'd be funny as hell in that last game. It gets super hot in Miami.
I hope it does.
That would be so funny. I would laugh so hard.
January 6th?
Nah, it's not going to be hot.
The highs in January in Miami are like 75.
I live like 20 minutes from the stadium.
Listen. On any given Sunday, the weather is weird here in Florida.
Dude,
it has been recently.
Dude, hold up. Just this past year, we had a 90-degree day at the end, right in the beginning of January.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. So it's very possible. And then with the humidity and that stadium being packed with all the Bills and Miami fans, it's gonna get hot.
I would.
Notice how Ali said the stadium packed with all the Bills, and he knows we travel, baby. We're coming. We're coming.
Hey, the only reason you guys,
I'll give you that.
The only reason you guys travel is because all the freaking airlines give you guys super discount tickets. To be honest,
am I allowed to?
You ever notice it's so cheap to go to New York or fly out of New York? That's the reality. Go ahead.
Am I allowed to bring a grill to the inside the stadium? Near the
I don't think they let you do that because when I went to the Minnesota game, you could literally see a fire. There was a fire out in the parking lot because somebody left their grill.
That was the New England game.
No, it happened at the Minnesota game. I was at the Minnesota game as well.
Oh well, the New England game blew up some cars.
Yeah, that was.
Well, it didn't blow up the cars, but it caught on fire.
Well, where do y'all tailgate at?
Now he's the one screaming.
It was off the stadium. It wasn't right next to the stadium. We parked like a little bit of ways.
No, I'm saying I want to bring a grill in so I can make it purposely hot near the Bills sideline.
So you're saying at the Minnesota game it happened also, is what you're saying, Casey?
Yeah, it wasn't next to the stadium though. It wasn't next. It happened at the New England game, but it happened at the Minnesota game because we had to park behind some kind of convenience store, like a mile.
Okay, that was further away then. Okay,
I know which one you're talking about. I was at the New England game as well, and you could literally see the fog of smoke from inside the stadium.
Yeah, that was in the yellow part. That happened like 2 or 3 rows away from my car too.
Oh
my damn, dude, it's so close. I was like, oh god damn.
Ali, I would have been pissed if I came out and saw my car blown up. Oh.
So after I saw the fire, or at the New England one, I thought they banned it. So
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding about the grill part. I'm not bringing the grill inside. I'll get arrested.
Well, no, it used to be good times when you could go there and grill, but people ruin it. So
I don't know. I have season tickets, so I went to every single game, and I grilled every game. They never said anything to me. So,
like at the Canes games, I used to go to the Canes games, and they would let us grill. They didn't care. We'd be cooking breakfast.
If I do go down to Miami, I hope the Canes play the same weekend so I can go.
Lewis, what's up, Lewis? How you doing?
What's going on, Ali? Fellas, how everybody tonight?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Hey, Lewis, where's my motherfucking money?
Hey, it's in my wife's brain right now. She's making dinner reservations as we speak.
Hey, has anybody ever watched any tape on Devin A-Chain?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
a beast.
For look, this is what I found impressive. For a smaller type of guy-ish,
He still
he
runs
always
through people.
he runs hard and he falls forward
He's
like
not
a bigger back.
tackles.
Dude, he's like if you notice one thing about him and that Barry did have in common with their size, you can't tackle Devin A-Chain with his legs. He fights through him. He breaks the tackles
He's
when
a
you're going to
strong
hit him
guy.
in the leg.
Like he's strong. He runs hard and he's strong.
Yeah,
And he's only going to get stronger with the NFL in the NFL with the way they train.
No, it was a good draft pick.
Now he doesn't have to worry about track at all. He's not going to be bouncing back and forth. He's just going to get stronger.
and he's not just a running back. He can do a little bit of everything. You know, just give him the ball any way you can.
Dude,
Yeah.
he can catch like a receiver.
Yeah, he can.
Return kicks like him and Barrios are going to be Turner starter spot. Maybe one.
Yeah.
You know, I had shots fired at me last night when I made that comment about him playing special teams. So
No. Hey, I don't want him on punt return. I want Barrios on punt return. I want him on kick return though.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want A-Chain on return. So obviously Barrios on punt return.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him in special teams. For me, I agree with Todd and Ian Baller. It would probably be more in the kickoff aspect, which a lot of times they don't get the opportunity to bring it up. For me, though, with Devin A-Chain, just specifically in the running aspect, what I like about him is I think everybody hit or they're spot on with what they said. But for me, it's the kid's balance. And for the running back, I think that's real important for a running back to have.
Dude,
it's even when he's getting hit, even when he's getting hit and he's breaking tackles, it just seems like he's never off balance. You see what I'm saying? So he's real sturdy on his feet, and that's what I like about him. I think more than anything, just watching the tape on him.
The kid could be a beast in the NFL given the touches.
He also doesn't stop running. That's the other thing I like about him. Even when you think the play would be dead, I just watched him get hit. It looked like he was tackled, but he really wasn't. He just kept running. He didn't stop. You know what I mean?
That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
So he's
And,
Forrest Gump
hey,
now?
I'm starting to like this Cam Smith pickup too. With the defense,
Cam Smith.
He's saying he's already picked up on the defense we run. He's loving it. Dude, I'm really starting to like that pick.
Oh yeah.
Well, just the more you see him though, and some of the pictures, some of the video I see, he is going to have to put a little weight on though.
Yeah.
I like everything about him. I think just when you listen to him, especially the way he speaks, he just seems like he's a confident kid, a cocky kid a little bit, which in the corner I like. I think he's a dog, but again, that size does kind of. I'm not concerned because I know he'll be able to put. He's not even. He's going to grow into his man body, but I'm just talking about if we have aspirations. And I believe he is going to get on the field this season, but the weight is, in my opinion, that would be the only question I have.
Lou, I think he's going to get on the field in 3 games specifically, and that's because the 2 games against Buffalo and the game against Kansas City, that puts Ramsey on the tight end.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna be honest. Again, Todd, and this might not be a popular opinion, but remember, he was our 2nd round pick 51. In my opinion, picks 1 through 3 should be, if not starters, they should be contributors in their first season.
I agree with you.
I don't see why Cam Smith doesn't get playing time week 1. Again,
no, he will get playing time. He just won't get as much playing time as the top 2 corners, though.
I'm just saying, well, no, he's not going to start week 1 on the boundary. But do I believe that Fangio might have a package or 2 that against those weapons? And again, if Herbert is healthy, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, all them boys are coming back. I do believe you're going to see Cam Smith in a package or 2.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of corners.
That's for
against
sure.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Mike Allen will actually put healthy that game. They're not going to be hurt like they.
But Lewis, you mentioned the weight about Cam Smith. My other concern with him coming into the NFL is I like that he's a ball hawk, but he's way too aggressive. You know, when the ball is in his area, he needs
Now,
to
did you hear the
be a
story
little
about
more
Fangio?
patient when the ball's in the air.
Did you hear the story about Fangio with Cam Smith? Even before we drafted him, Fangio was giving him advice when to like him that much.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's yeah. I mean, Fangio is definitely interested in him, and
Somebody has horrible feedback.
it was both a Greer and a Fangio pick. You know.
Yeah, I think Cam Smith. Listen, I think that, and I've used this comparison before, and I'm not saying he is Sauce Gardner. That's not what I'm saying. But if I look at a comp, right? Sauce came into the league last year. Everybody had the same kind of thing with him. Handsy corner, cocky.
And he still was. He just got away with it last year.
Well, but Todd, do you know why he got away with it? Because again, the point that I like about Cam Smith, cocky coming into the league, what carried himself, came into the league and like, okay, week one, I'm going to be handsy and put the pressure on the referees to call it. And eventually, when the referees let him get away with it, first couple games, right, and Sauce Gardner started getting a name for himself, what happened? Now you can't reverse and start calling all those passes. And that's what I think Cam Smith, that dog, I would kind of say he's coming in at least with the mindset of how I believe Sauce Gardner came into the league last year. Like, hey, I'm a rookie, but I'm the best corner in this goddamn draft. I'm going to be handsy. I'm going to be physical, and I'm just going to put the pressure on the referees to call it or not.
So Lewis, that's
just like that.
And that's why, not to say that Sauce Gardner is not a talent and not good. His talent is a little exacerbated a little bit because he's handsy, because he grabs. That's one of the grabbing motherfuckers I've ever seen in the league. Like dude, Tyreek Hill, grabbing. Waddle, grabbing.
He
grabs a lot. That motherfucker he like Tre'Davious White.
Top, Mountie, but that's what I'm saying.
Same thing.
But
you got to make yourself known by doing that.
You got to establish yourself. Yeah, you can't go and play off the ball or be weak, be sensitive, not be physical, not be cocky, and then all of a sudden you go into that. But again, bro, the day this kid was drafted and he did his interview and they were talking and asking him the question, well, how do you feel about coming into a room? You're going to be facing Waddle and Tyreek every day at practice. Did you hear that young man? That young man said, I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm coming in and gonna impose my will on people. That's what I took from it. Again, bro, this kid is a dog. And am I saying he's the next coming to Deion Sanders? Time will tell. All I'm saying is I think, again, once he gets his man body and he starts learning with Fangio and this defense, if the defense clicks in this young man's mind, this kid could be a monster. He very could. Again, just a cock. Bro, I don't know about everybody else, but a player, for me, that's what I like. I like those kind of guys.
Yeah,
but
at corner,
I like to piggyback on what Lewis said, because look at Stephen Smith, the wide receiver. He had the cocky attitude. Look how good he was in the NFL. Look at Jarvis Landry. That was on our team. I'm talking about wide receiver. These guys had the dog attitude and they were successful. So I don't see nothing wrong with a player was on defense or offense having that dog mentality. In fact, I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Richard, he had it also.
Let me ask you this. Former corner for Vic Fangio, Richard Sherman, was he cocky?
He was definitely cocky.
He was one of the most cockiest, one of the most cockiest people.
Yeah.
And I think he was under Vic Fangio. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this kid is Richard Sherman. I'm not saying that he could be Sauce Gardner, but I'm saying is
when was he under Fangio?
With the 49ers, I believe. Let me check that.
I thought he was in Seattle at that time.
No, it was in Seattle.
No. Let me find out. Let me find out where it is. I saw it because they had him listed as one of the corners that under Vic Fangio. Let me find that real quick.
Also, too, I saw a little snip or something on the internet today where Fangio is also showing interest in Shannon Tindall. Although how true that was, but I saw that
a little earlier this morning while I was surfing the internet.
Oh, I think Tyndall is a fit in this defense. Tyndall's just got to know all the verbiage, got to know where he needs to be and stuff like that, and just play free. You know.
Bro, I'm ready to see Channing Tyndall.
Tyndall would literally complete our defense if he came out and ball.
And David Long in the middle. Wow.
All right, I have the information, Todd. Richard Sherman, when he played in college, he went to Stanford, right?
Very smart.
And at Stanford, guess who the defensive coordinator was?
Fangio.
Exactly.
But
okay.
Corner. So did he play corner when Fangio was there?
I believe so, because he's been he praised them. They were talking about him in this article I was reading. Let me.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Sherman played wide receiver for 2 seasons at Stanford, then 2 at corner. So
that's way back.
Come on, Adam, done.
Fangio was part of Richard Sherman's development to be such a great corner. Then hell yeah, I mean his reputation is well deserved, obviously.
Hey, also too, what about the Honey Badger? He always had an aggressive attitude.
Hey, coming out of
too.
LSU.
Dog mentality. The Honey Badger.
LSU.
That's right.
LSU.
Yeah,
that brother had dog mentality in college and took it to the NFL.
Absolutely.
Right.
Listen, you gotta have that kind of be a dog in the aspect to play this game. And again, I'm gonna be honest.
Deion Sanders.
I think this year we've always complained about our draft picks not giving us anything in their rookie season. I see our first 2 picks now. Again, this Higgins development and what's it called, but Achane and Cam Smith. I think they're going to be productive players this season, man.
Hey, guys, I am disappointed in everybody on this panel. We had one of the biggest dogs, and he's coaching Cam Smith with Madison.
Oh yeah,
Sam Madison was.
Mentioned that Sam Madison wasn't the most athletic guy, but he had that dog in him.
Yeah, and he trash talked everybody.
I don't know.
We all got kinds of dogs. Jalen Ramsey, of course, is a dog. Now Cam Smith. Yeah, we got dogs in that defensive room.
I think we put
that's
too
what
much
you
stock
want.
in. I think we put too much stock in Sam Madison. If I'm honest, he was a great player. I love him, but
no, he was a great player, not a Hall of Famer though. He was a great player though. But
he still made the Pro Bowl at corner running at 6'1".
I don't know if Sam Madison had that was a dog. Though.
Madison was a great press corner. He shut down a lot of good wide receivers.
I'm not talking about his play on the field. I said I think we're doing a little too much of Sam Madison talking the coaching aspect.
No, what he did in Kansas City was unreal.
What did he really do in Kansas City though?
All right,
he had the passing defense ranked number 6. It improved every year all the way up to number 6 in the NFL.
Ian Bowler.
That was the defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
dude.
Ian Bowler.
No, we're talking about players.
I have that info you asked about. So he actually was the defensive coordinator for his first year that Richard Sherman played DB. So that last year he played for Stanford as a DB, it was under Vic Fangio.
Yeah, that's what I figured, and that's great because obviously he a converted wide receiver. He needed a coach to coach him how to play defense, and he had obviously one of the best of the best. So that's great.
What do you guys think about Elijah Higgins?
No, to Lewis's point, it was Spagnuolo that was really responsible for Kansas City's improvement.
The way he coached them corners that were no-name corners because they didn't have a big-name corner at that time.
Mm-hmm. He did that when he was in New York. How great cornerback improvement went from trash to real good. With the New York Giants corners when he was in New York and shutting down Randy Moss.
And I do believe under Sam Madison they had Marcus Peters as well playing one of their cornerback positions. I'm just saying again, I love Sam Madison. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I think we put too much stock in it.
But do we really put too much stock into it? Because hold on. Because prior to Sam Madison showing up in Kansas City's secondary was ranked 30th in the league. They went from 30th in the league to being 6th in the league in 2 seasons, bro.
And I
in
believe
two
their best
seasons.
corner at
That
the
was a
time
young rookie, young
It's not
cornerback.
like they had like the 15th ranked secondary and they went from 15th to 6th. This is from 30th to 6th. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's a
He also
huge
coached
jump.
with the
But they also had. But again, I
too.
think they had.
Couldn't
Yeah,
pressure
I
the
think they had
quarterback.
Honey Badger though. I think they had the Honey Badger. I think they had Marcus Peters at that time. It wasn't like they had scrubs neither though.
But Honey Badger,
No, I think Marcus Peters was gone by then, bro. Marcus Peters was gone by then. And Honey Badger just came in the last 2 seasons that he was there.
Okay, but he was a Pro Bowl and
during
a Pro Bowl player. But I'm just saying, how long was Sam Madison in Kansas City for?
That's a good
4
question.
years,
Let
I
me look
think.
that
4
up.
years, I think.
No, but I'm saying I get like 4 or 5 years, but I just want to know the years.
I'm
that he
pulling
was
it up.
there.
I'm pulling it up. Hold up.
Thanks, Ollie.
No worries. I got you.
Yeah, because the Honey Badger was definitely a dog.
Yeah, he was.
2019 to 2001 or 2021. I'm sorry, 2019 to 2021.
So 3 seasons.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Marcus Peters was already gone. Maybe he was in Baltimore.
Yeah, he was already gone by then. Yeah.
But Honey Badger was still there.
Yeah, but he's like the only person you could actually name in their secondary. Even right now, who is in their secondary that you can name that you know off of the bat? That's top.
Sneed there?
Who?
L'Jarius Sneed?
Yeah, he's there now.
He's there now.
Yeah,
I don't know when.
With St. Madison?
Let me see when he got drafted. Hold on.
Yeah, I would love to know the rosters of the 2019 through 21 secondary. For Kansas City.
I can pull that up for you. L'Jarius Sneed. He's. Hold on. I guess maybe he was there at the time.
Yeah, because isn't he with the 49ers now? And he was with the Chiefs with Sam Madison?
I think so. I think you might be right. Let me pull that up. 2000. You want the 2019, Lewis? Is what you want?
It's whichever one you want, Ali.
Let's pull up 2019. We'll see here. That was the one. Right. What year was it that they won the Super Bowl? Prior to this year.
19.
They won 19. They lost 20, and then they just won 22.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up 2019 roster. Here we go. And let me see if I can get all right, here we go. Okay. Bashad Breeland was their left corner. Their right corner was Charvarius Ward.
Is he from the University of Miami?
I was thinking that Travaris Ward is at San Francisco now. He was the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah, Ward and Ward was a good player. He's a great player in San Francisco. He was good over there in Kansas City. So
he's a good player, but you got to get
so they had these are their DBs that they had on their roster. They had Armani Watts, Daniel Sorensen, Tremont Smith, Jordan Lucas. We know him, don't we?
Yeah, we
know him.
Yeah, we do.
Kendall Fuller, I guess he's somebody we know. Rashad Fenton, Morris Claiborne, and Alex Brown was also on their roster at one point.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Breeland, I know Ward. And
Jordan Lucas is somebody I know. That's somebody I know. My point is that I can't really, besides the guy that we used to have, Smith. Do you guys remember Smith we used to have?
You talking about Sean Smith?
Sean Smith, yeah.
Yeah, he was over there for a hot minute. But I couldn't name anybody in the fact that they went from 30th to 6th. That, to me, that was impressive. That's all I was trying to say.
And I know who Daniel Morrison is, but he wasn't.
I think Sean Smith was from Utah, if I'm not mistaken. I got to make that.
Yeah, and Sneed isn't on this roster, by the way. Sneed is not on this roster.
Yeah, I was thinking of Ward. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of Travaris Ward because Travaris Ward right now is at San Francisco, and he was at the Chiefs.
In fact, Sean Smith was a tall defensive back.
Woo! Hey, hold up. Somebody look up the ward that's in San Francisco, because I think it's a different ward.
Say what now?
No, there's two wards at San Francisco, Jimmy Ward and Travaris Ward.
Okay, I'm thinking of Jimmy.
Yeah, he was there
that's
too, as
a
a
safety.
safety.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is he still there? Because he was there last year, but I don't know about this year.
No, he's a free agent. I don't know where he went.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting up there in age anyway, so.
So, there was something I saw I wanted to ask you guys about. I'm trying to pull it back up now. Oh, I know what it was. Crypto, you're here, right? You're on the panel?
Yeah.
Okay, so Crypto and I both believe that Houston is going to be like the comeback king of or whatever of this season. Like they're going to make the playoffs and probably win their division or whatever. I honestly think they could do it. They just got their defense just got better today. They picked up Shaq.
Who's in there?
Shaq Griffin.
That coach is really stacking up on defense.
Their defense just got better. They got Shaq Griffin.
I don't know. I don't think they can win that division though.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
They got Jacksonville. It's going to be a toss-up between the two, but you think about it.
But it's a bad division.
I don't know, bro. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people.
You see the big addition of Jacksonville though this year, right? They got the receiver who was suspended all last year for betting.
Who?
Yeah, but he'll be
Calvin
super
Ridley.
rusty. Like how good is he going to be, really?
That'll be an offensive upgrade, but Houston's got a hell of a defense.
Is he really? Is Calvin Ridley that good that he's not a Tyreek Hill? He's not a Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean?
He's going to be a monster over there in Jacksonville, though. Listen,
Calvin Ridley is a baller.
Listen, I'm kind of with you, Ali, and Crypto in the aspect. I do think Houston is going to be, from what they were the past couple of years to what they will be this season. I'm with you guys, but listen, as much as I love my Dolphins, and I love them, I think the two up-and-coming teams that are going to be shockers and powerhouses, I think, is Jacksonville and Detroit.
Yeah.
And what Jacksonville has done with Doug Peterson, again, Super Bowl winning head coach, first year in Jacksonville, he got Trevor Lawrence playing better, got him to the divisional round of the playoffs in his first year. You add Calvin Ridley, again, that young talent that they got in Jacksonville, I'm telling you now.
They're going to be tough. I mean,
they're going to be a problem.
I think in their division, Houston specifically, their division, I think it's going to be a toss-up between Jacksonville and Houston. Either one could win it.
I think it's a toss-up for second place. I think Jacksonville's going to walk with that one.
All right, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I like Houston's running back. Their defense is starting to come up. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but we got to see how that defense plays in the first year.
Houston has their dokes.
It's easy to come along on defense than it is on offense.
But also look at you're talking about the guy that ran the 49ers defense is their coach now.
Exactly.
That 49ers defense is he's gonna bring some of that mentality to
I understand he's a good defensive coordinator, but he was blessed with some talent in that defensive unit for the Niners. But
he got the most out of that defensive
he
talent,
also developed some of them too.
Well, he developed them, but that's what I'm saying. Developing. See, again, they're going to be nice. I'm with you and Ali 1,000%. What I'm saying is I think Jacksonville was already developed last year. I think this year they again, do I think they're better than Miami? No, because I think Miami is just a year ahead, maybe even 2 years ahead in the development stage and building the roster.
Let me ask you another thing.
But Jacksonville is going to be a problem. Barring any injury, if Trevor Lawrence stays on the field, remember, they paid when we thought it was going to be, Christian Kirk? And when that deal came out, we were like, man, that guy broke the bank. Bro, he was very productive for them.
I wasn't mad at the deal. I was trying to tell
let me ask you something.
And now you pair him with Calvin Ridley.
Because they
still got Ingram as their tight end, a pass-catching tight end.
Yep, and ETN in the backfield.
Absolutely. I think Jacksonville's an absolute
They drafted a tight end too, I think, didn't they? Didn't they draft a tight end?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Musgrave? Is it Musgrave?
I think so.
They might have got Musgrave.
No, the Packers took Musgrave.
No, the Packers, I think, took Musgrave.
Yeah,
let me pull up my spreadsheet.
Wow, he has a spreadsheet.
And Detroit took Laporta.
Oh, and
freaking Lions.
Hey,
Dude,
let me ask you something. Who's Houston's quarterback?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
No, Houston's gonna be better.
He's a
Houston's gonna
good
be good.
quarterback.
All right, I have my spreadsheet up. The Packers took Musgrave.
Mm-hmm.
And they took
Cowboys
Kraft.
I know who they took. They took Brenton Strange out of Penn State.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was early for me, to be honest. I'm not a fan of
It
Strange.
was a little early.
Wasn't CJ Stroud? Didn't he beat? Maybe he didn't. I was thinking. No, he didn't. I was thinking he was the last Ohio State quarterback that beat Clemson, but I could be wrong. I think it was Fields that beat. Fields beat Trevor Lawrence. Go ahead.
I have trouble with the rookie quarterback coming in and beating Jacksonville with how tight they are right now.
Well, and I kind of agree with you there, Ty. I'm gonna give you another team in that division. And
I don't know about that.
I think the kid that they drafted, Anthony Richardson. Now again, we got Greg. He's a Florida guy, I believe. Shake money if he was the. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if AR-15, let's say that monster picks it up and he starts clicking, bro, that's something. Again, when you look at just raw talent, bro, I don't even think this league has ever seen someone like that. I really don't.
You talking about Anthony Richardson?
Hold on, I want to push back on this rookie quarterback narrative, because when you play in a division opponent, things can be much closer. Remember, there was a rookie quarterback by the name of Trevor Lawrence that beat a team in London. I won't say who that team is.
Absolutely.
But so the rookie quarterback can be fortunate to win a game. So
I'm with you. Listen, I'm with you and Ali. I think CJ Stroud is going to be good.
So good, right? A rookie quarterback can't do I think it's a division team.
And you know that rookie quarterback also is going to have something that our quarterbacks haven't had in a long time, at least not since Ricky and Ronnie, a running game.
Well, yeah, I get that, and I'm with you again, Ali. I think CJ Stroud is going to be really, really good in this league. But I'll just pose this question to you, right?
Yeah,
and this is in Ohio State. You're throwing to that guy in Jogba that they said I probably butchered his name, but they say he's probably the most pure pass catcher and route runner that came out of this draft.
That is correct, 100%.
You look at some of the weapons CJ Stroud was throwing at Ohio State,
and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Exactly. Can you name me a receiver that Houston has? I think they
have
Stroud,
Nico Collins. They have
Nico Collins.
Yeah, Nico
really
pretty good.
They have Robert Woods.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
Robert Woods. Listen, we know Robert Woods is done.
Been tearing his ACL a little bit.
Yeah, he's done. Robert Woods is nothing. And again, there's other kids who could be good or whatever. But
and they have Tank Dell. They drafted Nathaniel Dell.
And hey, I say the same thing.
From what he had to Ohio State, going from what he had from Ohio State to going into what he's going to have this year, it's not the same.
That's why I believe the Houston offense is going to struggle, but I believe in their defense, though.
And that's the why I think AR-15 is going to struggle, because who do the Colts have overtime?
They have.
I don't think connect everything based on quarterback. It's a total team. When intangibles I factor in.
Drafted Josh Downs.
But here's the other thing that I'm just gonna be Lewis. I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna I hear what you're saying, Lewis, but I'm gonna push back just a little bit, okay? At Ohio State, yes, there was Marvin Harrison Jr. Yes, there was Njigba. But to be honest, there was a lot of other wide receivers they threw to also. Wide receiver school is Ohio State, so there's a lot of receivers. There's a guy named Mbuka that you guys will find out about soon that's really good.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is.
There's been a lot of guys over the past, that got drafted last year that Ohio State had that CJ Stroud threw to. There's a lot of guys that you may not have even heard of. So yes, there are big names, but there's also names that you still haven't heard of.
Yeah, but look at what. Yeah, but you gotta look at Marvin Harrison's stats to see how much he threw to him. That man was a beast.
Yeah, but that was just last year. Look at what he did the year before that, though.
Dude, he's gonna be a top 5 pick next year off of last year. That's just...
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Honestly, I told Crypto that Marvin Harrison Jr. might be the player that might make him change his favorite player in the league. And that's not a joke. He might do that. I'm telling you,
See,
because I know.
and I agree. And I agree with Ace of Spades. Shout out to the homie Ace of Spades.
Ernie,
I haven't
thanks.
seen him in a while.
Thanks, B.
But AR-15 is a raw talent. And I agree with his statement. He should sit this year. But we all know, because we're all fans, that's
Right,
what
he's
fans
not
do.
gonna sit.
They'll be calling for this kid to come out there. And all I'm saying is, again, CJ Stroud is a very good player. I think he's going to be good in this league. Bryce Young, listen, every quarterback that gets drafted has a chance. All I'm saying about AR-15, out of that raw talent that we're talking about, bro, again, if it clicks in this kid's head, and we've seen in recent history, some rookies have been
He'll
able
be
to
the
come into
best.
this league.
Yeah.
Some rookies come in here and light this league up and fire the first year, 2 years.
Hello,
You've
Mr.
seen
Ball.
it. MVP winners and Patrick Mahomes and Lamar
What are
Jackson.
you doing?
This kid could be special if it clicks in his head. That's all I'm
I
saying.
agree, Lewis. And that
He
quarterback,
could be a monster.
and
Yeah,
also
because they compare him to Lamar Jackson. In fact, when he was in college, they was comparing him
Everybody hear me?
to Lamar Jackson because he had some of his same skills.
Bro, Bryce Young looks like a child out there.
Yeah, but Anthony Richardson really has to sit. He only played one season at quarterback, and it wasn't very pretty as a passer. But you're right. He's got a lot of talent.
I'm not so sure because the coach that he got
How was your night?
is the offensive
How was
coordinator.
Mother's Day?
It was all right.
Hey, guys, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming up here. Or letting me up here and everything. I appreciate the conversation, but my wife's calling, so I got to bounce. I want to say fins up to everybody, okay? That's all I wanted to do.
All right, Ollie, take care now.
All right, take care. Fins up.
Fins up, man.
All right.
Fins up, Ollie. Good night.
Good night, man. Yep.
Yeah, I'll probably be calling it now in a couple of minutes. I know my wife's calling.
Yes, sir.
No, I was actually. Did you come on earlier today? Shake Money. I didn't see it. I didn't get no message.
No. I was playing video games today.
Shake man, I meant to correct something that we talked about yesterday. The two sister ships to the Titanic was the Olympic and the Britannic.
It wasn't the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
What's that? Yeah, so those were the three. They were the three sisters: the Titanic, the Britannic, and the Olympic.
Well, Mr. Park, I'm glad you brought up last night because I through my work day today, I finished up the show. I was working today, so I kind of left the show a little bit earlier last night. But I'm glad you said something because I listened to that damn show, and I just want to say where I was hoping Fred and Pete were going to be up here because they were spewing nothing but straight nonsense last night. I couldn't believe what I heard. I could not believe what I heard. That was absolutely ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Started off with the ball.
It wasn't a barn burner, Lewis.
Barn burner. Those men were complaining, saying that Skylar Thompson should spend more time with the ones because of what? This is again. Where do they do that in the NFL? Hey, I will ask. You know what? I was laughing today watching the show, and my partner said, "Hey, why are you laughing?" I was like, "Man, I wish I could have been a part of that." Because I would have just asked one simple question. I can't believe that Shake Money, Crypto, you was up there with him last night. Even you, Mr. Paul, y'all let them boys get away with that. Did Brock Purdy throw with the ones last year?
No.
No. What? Brock Purdy came in and went 9-0. You know why Skylar Thompson didn't? What's it called? It wasn't because of, again, drops happen. I get it and stuff. Skylar Thompson played bad. Let's be honest. He has talent. No one wants to get rid of him, but it is what it is. He has to just get better and keep working. But just because he didn't play with the ones, bro, that don't have nothing to do with it.
Adam Dunn.
What you think? Do you think Jordan Love last year in Green Bay, their backup quarterback, was throwing when Devontae Adams was there? You think Jordan Love was throwing to him?
No.
That don't happen in no other team. But we come up here, Dolphin fans, saying, "Oh, Skylar Thompson should throw with the ones." What are we doing? They don't do that shit nowhere.
All right, are you done or are you finished?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shake. I'm sorry.
Damn.
All right. It's can I rebuttal now?
Absolutely.
All right. See, what you did was you took that shit way out of context, because all I said was, and I brought it up, by the way. All I said was it'd be a good idea if for every once in a while that Tua gets reps with the 3 and 4 string receivers and vice versa. So in case the inevitable does happen, they're a little bit more prepared. I understand that, and a lot of players don't get reps with the ones, but at the end of the day, this game is a timing sport. So the better timing you have with your receivers, the more more success that you will actually have.
Absolute Shake. Again, that's why I didn't mention you, Shake. I agree with what you said. See, Tua should be throwing to the 2s, to the 3s, to the 4s, because in case of Waddle and Hill and everybody else that might be a starter, if they go down, Tua should have the reps with everybody. I agree with you, Shake. That's why I didn't mention you. Pete and Fred were saying that the backup quarterback should be getting reps with the ones. No, they don't do that nowhere. No backup quarterbacks is throwing with the ones. Yeah, here and there, maybe at OTAs and a couple of training. Okay, yeah, when you're rotating. But from what it sounded like, they were like, oh, during the regular season and at practice and stuff, Skylar Thompson should be taking reps with one. No, he should not. Hell no. Bro, we heard for 20 plus years, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and those guys, they would take 90 to 95% of the snaps at practice.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Why the fuck should Skylar Thompson should be taking snaps with the ones? For what? He has no need. And that's what those guys were saying, and it was just complete nonsense. They don't do that nowhere else in the league, but why should we do that in Miami?
Well, and to be fair too, he was a third string quarterback too. He was also the third string quarterback. So I think Teddy gets a few reps with this with the backups, but not the third string.
And we all know how Pete feels about Skylar Thompson. He is extremely high on Skylar Thompson. Think that Skylar Thompson should be starting over Tua as of right now. We all know that. I mean, I don't agree with it, but that's Pete's thinking.
He thinks
that's why.
He thinks anybody around Tua should be starting.
Again, but it still doesn't matter because look, we have a Bills fan. The Bills fan is saying, "Oh well, that's because Tua can't finish a full season." Okay, Amicus, you're right. Let me ask you a question. We're all supposed to be football knowledgeable fans, correct? Wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo the starter of the San Francisco 49ers? Ain't he injury prone? Absolutely. I bet you Trey Lance and Purdy weren't throwing with the ones. I bet you that shit wasn't happening. You see what I'm saying? It's only with our certain quarterback here in Miami. And again, I hate sounding like a Tua near because I'm really not. Because if Tua plays like dog shit, I'm going to be killing them. But God damn it, bro, some of the shit that I hear people be saying, it's what I never thought. And again, I'm not even talking about people like me or Crypto or Shake Money or Color or people like that because I don't think they're true haters. And I'm not saying that Pete and Fred are true haters. I'm just saying, bro, some of this shit, when it leaves someone's mouth, I see why people take it sometimes as hate because it does come off like that. God damn, just say you don't like them and you don't believe in them and that's fine. But every time we turn around, it's, oh, Skylar Thompson should be doing this or someone should. For what? Whether we like him or not, Tua is the best option right now as the Miami Dolphin quarterback. Guess what? Whether we like it or not, if the kid's injury prone or whatever, Tua is the number one quarterback because he's the best quarterback in the room. We're going to keep talking about how much he sucks. It's crazy, man.
100%.
And that's even me saying it. But God damn, bro, sometimes it just gets to the point where it's ridiculous already.
Actually, I think I actually think Pete already admitted that he don't like Tua. I think he actually said it. I mean,
He
It shows in the way he talks. Because
I mean, he don't say it in code. He actually said it word by word. He don't believe in the guy. He don't like him. He's actually said that dozens of times. People just gloss over it.
And as far as Tua,
they don't look at the other stuff he's saying. He actually admitted it.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't think Pete is a true hater, and I don't think Pete roots against Tua, and I don't think Pete at the end of the day wants to see Tua fail. And I respect Pete's opinion, bro. You can have your right to your opinion, but when it's just the nonsense sometimes, like Skylar Thompson again should be throwing to the number one for what? They don't do that nowhere else in the league. But now, because you just don't like them, now we're gonna do it for like that's just stupid to even talk about.
Right, and just to clear, go ahead. Oh, and just to clear things up, even though Pete brought and Fred brought that up, I've always had little arguments with Pete because I would say that much as I like Skylar Thompson, he has upside. He is a project. That's how I see Skylar Thompson, as a project, and I've said it on other platforms. He is a project with some upside, plain and simple.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you see Tennessee getting rid of their rookie from last year?
Yeah.
They could.
I would take him over Skylar Thompson as a project.
Oh no! Malik Willis, you talking about?
Yeah.
No. See, now again, let's not get carried away. As Skylar Thompson, for as bad as people want to make him seem to play again at Buffalo, in my opinion, you know what you've seen from Skylar Thompson against Buffalo? What you've seen from Tua Tagovailoa his first 2 years as a Miami Dolphin. He did barely enough to win, and again, are we going to give Skylar the benefit of the doubt with a 24-20 lead, the defense playing very well, and the coaching for on a 3rd and 15 makes him throw a go route, a 3rd string, 7th round rookie? I don't blame Skylar Thompson. Listen, he did what the coach told him to do. So again, we're not going to put that. We would kill Brian Flores if Brian Flores put Tua in that situation. Are we going to kill McDaniel for putting Skylar in that situation? See, that's why I'm objective in all situations.
To be honest, the receivers didn't give him any help either. They dropping, plenty of passes on him in that game.
Exactly. Listen, Skylar Thompson, in my opinion, his upside is again. I like some of the things Malik Willis can do, but I would much rather have Skylar Thompson than Malik Willis.
And as far as
I'm with you on that one, Lewis. I'm with you on that one.
Malik hasn't shown anything yet.
Doing that right now.
Though Mike
Tua's got Eric. Tua's got EZ, and he's got.
But also too, Malik is not coming from a pro style, a college that run the pro style offense. If I'm not mistaken.
Guys, I heard something when I was on mute earlier. I didn't. Who said something? What rookie quarterbacks have blown up? Lewis, who did you say?
Well, if you think about it, Brock Purdy blew up.
Brock Purdy, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, when he got in, and it was the second year.
Oh, wait. No, we forgetting somebody. What about that quarterback out there with Dallas? I think with Dallas. Wasn't there a quarterback?
He hit the field running. Lamar.
No, not Prescott. It was a guy behind Prescott when Prescott got hurt.
Cooper Rush. Cooper.
Right. Didn't he blow up a little bit?
Mahomes sat a year behind Smith, which is what I think AR-15 needs to do, is sit behind somebody for a year.
Listen, Patrick Mahomes, that's why Patrick Mahomes started week 16, if you remember. There was only 17 weeks in his rookie season. I'm going to tell you right now, there was rumblings coming out of Kansas City by the start of the season that Patrick Mahomes was the best quarterback in the room. Trust me when I tell you, they knew it.
Yeah, they already knew.
Alex Smith.
Hey, hands up, guys. Hey, let me
make a road for Andy Reid to sit him and learn for a year under.
Let me jump in.
That man wasn't gonna worry if that man was playing or not. Is what I'm saying, Ron. He was ready to start week 1. Trust me when I tell you, they knew it in that building.
Go ahead, Big Nick. What's on your mind?
Fans up, guys. Fans up. Let me jump in real quick before the topic changed too much because I jumped on specifically for Lewis's last take about Skyler and the position that McDaniels put him in. I love you, Lewis. You know that, and I started to appreciate your optimism and your viewpoints since the last couple of months. But I just got to push back on that a little bit because if you truly want to watch the tape of Skyler that game, he was missing receivers wide open. He was missing them all day. So we can't say that he was in a position to throw that goal route without analyzing the film to see if that he was missing the primary route.
All right, Tua Tagovailoa missed people running up and down the field in his first 2 years. Not his rookie season in a playoff game in Orchard Park. His first 2 seasons, Big Nick, if you want to be objective, you want to break down the film, Tua was missing guys wide open up and down the field.
That is true, Lewis. That is true also. But we can't even compare the two because number one, those was horrible offenses we was running back then. You know what I'm saying? And plus,
it don't matter if it was a horrible offense.
The receiver talent's totally different with Skyler than it was with Tua's first 2 years.
And also,
a wide open receiver is still a wide open receiver.
Exactly, Shay.
I'm not going to shit on Waddle like that because he had Waddle on his second.
Basketball, man. I mean, football. The kid hadn't played football, up until that particular time in the season when he started to play his first game. So, it's kind of hard to put that same kind of emphasis on Tua that year compared to what Skyler was missing. Remember, again, not one wide receiver caught a touchdown the entire time Tua missed last year. Not once. Not one.
Tight end caught a touchdown in a playoff game. Did Tua throw a touchdown?
Not one wide receiver.
How many touchdowns did Tua throw?
Hey, time out. Turn off for a second.
Go ahead,
Let me get this. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Let me get this super chat real quick. Craig Sebring with the $5 donation. Thank you so much, my brother. So what happens if Tua stays healthy and throws for over 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns? What will people think then? Shit, I think he's arrived, baby.
Yes, he got to prove it again.
Next question. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Exactly. Nobody's not. We're not criticizing Tua.
Well, what happens? Okay, I got a better question. What happened with Tua? What happens when Tua is the number 1 rated quarterback and finishes in the top 3 of their NFL season?
What was that now?
What happens when Tua was the number 1 rated quarterback for most of the season and still finished in the top 3?
The only thing that matters is where the team finishes. That's the only thing that matters.
Exactly. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, God. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Amen.
Yeah. I do agree with that as well. I agree with that as well.
Keep that energy for every player then.
I don't give a fuck what his stats are. We need to win the Super Bowl, period.
So we should be saying the same thing about Tyreek right now. We should be saying the exact same thing about Tyreek.
Yeah, and how about saying the same thing for Eichenberg?
Yeah, we say
same thing for all players. I'm on the fence with all players. I want to see any player that comes to Miami Dolphins. I want to see them produce. If they're not going to produce, then we need to move on from. I don't care who they are.
Absolutely.
Regardless, that's always been my thing.
But here's the
thing. And yet I get tagged for being a Tua head or Tua near.
I mean, because you know what, I can speak on for me why I come at you so hard, because you can sit up there and say that statement, then say you get tagged being a Tua hater, because you never ever once have I heard you even say anything.
No, that you talking to the wrong one, Big Nick. That's not Mr. Paul. That's not Mr. Paul. That you talking about Fred. You talking about Fred. That's not
Mr. Paul. Same. Boy, they sound the same. Y'all know I'm blind. I can't see that shit.
My bad. No, you're wrong on that. You're wrong on that, Big Nick.
My apologies. Yeah. You're right. Lewis called it right out. You must really do sound like Fred, man.
But Big Nick, here's the thing. We can't expect guys to walk in from college and all of a sudden be all pros. I'm
still stuck on how I thought that was Fred, man. That dude sound like
no. We got here's the thing, Big Nick. Our voices sound similar.
Well, no, hold on, Mr. Paul. I just want to again, for me, from a guy that I've met
Good
on
point,
streams and
Ron.
stuff that I value his opinion.
How you know I was talking about Fred, Lewis?
Hey, because I know, because again, I've been going at him, but I just wanted to say this real quick, Big Nick, to the dog. Mr. Punk is my ride or die. That's my OG, and I fuck with Mr. Punk 1000%. So nah. I just had to correct that because I fuck with Mr. Punk.
I appreciate that, and I
you know what I mean?
I full-heartedly retract that because I honestly thought you were Fred.
Oh, because I may probably sound like him.
Yeah.
My voice may be similar to his.
It's the cadence and everything. He might not be as deep as his, but it's the cadence I think threw me off.
Right, but still,
Yeah,
you know.
I was like, yeah, that couldn't be Mr. Polk saying that.
No, man, no.
You're not the only one. You know how many times I've been confused for Alex? So.
Ooh, that's a good point there. Because you do sound like him a little bit.
That's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Money.
If anybody confused, if anybody ever confused Lewis or Pete, something wrong with them.
Hey,
you better believe it.
Got the most distinctive, and Von Joe has the most distinctive voices and color on the internet.
I know they told me I was at Overrun. So
Who have you mistaken me for, Big Nick?
Come on, man.
No, Crypto, you got your own voice too, bro. It's no mistaking your voice. I'm saying that's a compliment.
This is what I had to figure out about Crypto. The new me, Crypto gonna bully until he get to know him and see that they gonna stick in, and no matter what he say, they gonna keep going. Cause Crypto will bully the new man. He gonna test his manhood every time.
I ain't bullying nobody.
Everything I said, Crypto found some fault in it in the beginning. Everything.
Hey, I know. The other day, what my eye spotted on a live panel was Big Nick and TD. Well, I seen that.
That was something else.
What's that now?
Hey, that man gave me 15 minutes, man. That man gave me 15 minutes.
That was groundbreaking. Big Nick and TD.
Hey.
I missed out on something.
But Lewis, you told me. Don't tell y'all, tell him. You told me that.
I told you that. Hey, and I respect that. But Big Nick, I from a guy that I heard, again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but it sounded like you all. And again, to your credit, you went up there and you gave him a good debate. I appreciate, as a fan just listening in, I appreciated the conversation. Where I was kind of confused, I heard you kind of, in the past, you've been kind of critical of TD. Bro, at the end, before you got off, when you were like, "Oh, I love you, TD, and I would like to do a show with you and stuff," I was like, I was thrown off by it. But again, I think Big Nick, when me and you first had our run in and stuff, and now how cordial we've been to each other, I'm just saying, when I listen to you and TD,
let me explain the show.
I'm gonna land real quick. I'm just saying, for me, watching you two guys interact, I appreciated what you did at the end, Big Nick. It showed growth in you, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. But let me tell you about the show now. Now, you got to keep it real and keep it 100. I told him I couldn't describe it at the time because I didn't want to say, because I didn't know if everybody knew this group back in the days. Sean Hannity and Alan Combs used to do a political show. And one is way to the right, one is to the left, and they used to bump heads.
Right.
I'm talking about that type of show. I don't mean no buddy show. Like a real debate show with me and him.
Right. No, I got you. Hey, again, that's what I appreciated about it, man. Listen, I watched for about those 15, 20 minutes.
Version of Henry and Combs.
Yeah, I was watching for those 15, 20 minutes, and I enjoyed the debate, man. I thought it was good.
Yeah, the man gave me 15 minutes, so much respect to TD for that. He gave me 15 minutes, man.
Yeah, that was good to see that. Yeah, and I saw that.
I still think I landed harder, though.
I missed that.
Well, no. Let me be very clear, Big Nick. You definitely took the L. You took the loss.
I don't believe
so.
You took the loss. I saw the chats, man. I saw a lot of even when the panel was with me, man. Because to me, you can't blame. Let's go back to last year. I mean, let's go back to 2 years ago. You can't blame Tua for the Atlanta when he gave us a lead.
Honestly, I don't believe Tua should have been playing that first year at all. He was still rehabilitating his injury.
No, this was that was his rookie. Was that his rookie year?
Yeah.
No, that was year 2. No, that was actually that was year 2.
Game losing streak year. Yeah. So against Atlanta, you can't blame Tua for the loss at Atlanta when their rookie tight end tore our ass up all game. When Byron Jones looked like he belonged, like he was a rookie. You can't blame Tua when he gave us the lead. Down them 2 interceptions, he gave us the lead with less than 3 minutes to go in the game.
Jacksonville too.
No, that game was tied at the end.
Ass, man.
That good in the overtime.
Jacksonville was our coach. Urban Meyer, our coach Brian Flores.
Urban Meyer, come on, man.
That wasn't no coach.
Where's Urban Myers at now?
Hey, that privilege got him somewhere.
Oh, that's right. He commentating. That's right. I seen him commentating. That's right.
Okay, and I get the point. And okay, Atlanta, and Ron says Jacksonville. Okay, I'm not. Listen, I'll give you guys that, but all people again for me, if I can give you, I'm not going to debate the Atlanta and Jacksonville game, but can we all admit then? Over the first 2 years of the course of Tua Tagovailoa under the Brian Flores regime, again, take coaching aside, we were a defensive-minded football team. We didn't have the personnel. I get all that. But then why is it that people, again, I'm not trying to put words in Ron's mouth or Big Nick's mouth, but the defense, again, a lot of that Tua record, right? Oh, he's a winner. He has a winning record. Bro, he wasn't winning. Okay, again, those 2 games that we lost, he did enough to win. But a lot of wins that he got, bro, he didn't do nothing to earn those wins.
Yeah, but also, okay, so
those defenses were winners, and you guys were telling us over first 2 games.
We can agree with that.
Mistakes to lose the game either, Lewis.
I think we can agree
you
with
see
that.
how you moved the goalpost? No. You said that Tua, right? You gave me 2 games, and you said, well, we can't blame Tua for this one because he put us in the position. He gave us okay, that's fine. How many times did the defense in those first 2 years under Tua give us the ball and multiple turnovers? How many times in those 2 years did the defense turn those turnovers into 7 points? Right? But you give 2 of those wins too, and that's not fair.
Can we say this?
You can't have it both ways and tell me 2 games that 2 won.
No, listen, we win as a team, we lose as a team. It's not one guy or another guy.
Well, I didn't hear.
Right, yeah. Right, you're right, Ron.
I don't even want to hear nothing. I don't even want to use the relationship.
I didn't hear nothing about team in those 2 games y'all just talked about. I didn't hear nothing about team. All I heard was
I don't even want to use Brian Flores, right? I want to say this. Is this fair that his rookie year, he was playing for an offensive coordinator that never intended for him to play a down? Second year, he had 2 buffoons who never should have been calling plays at all as his offensive coordinator. Because that could that affect
that move at the beginning of the season. You can't get selective amnesia. Everybody was on board with that because they thought they was going to be catching the league off guard, having 2 different coordinators.
Look,
most about 90% of the fan base.
And by the way, Studersville was an offensive coordinator and an interim head coach. So you know that, right? Studersville wasn't an offensive coordinator before.
Well, yeah, he was for a year, and it was a horrible year.
Because they did that in New England, and they did that in Los and the Rams with the Rams.
Dude, that is like goddamn a 4-leaf clover for an NFL team to have 2 offensive coordinators.
And now, but it worked for the Rams and the Patriots.
They never had 2 offensive coordinators.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
The Rams and Patriots did do that with Dick Vermeil. And back
when?
The Eagles did it.
When? Josh McDaniel was the offensive coordinator outside of the couple of years he left for Denver. He was the offensive coordinator for
they had a run-game coordinator and they had a pass-game coordinator.
That is so different.
Guys, the bigger issue.
A run-game coordinator and a pass-game coordinator is not for. Listen, do you even understand what
bigger issue? That's just semantics.
Bigger issue is that we were starting rookie offensive linemen with an offensive line coach from high school. That's the bigger issue.
You can argue that, but this whole notion of offensive coordinators is malarkey.
The run game coordinator does not call any plays.
The offensive line. Hold about the offensive line coach wasn't from high school. It was a secondaries coach that was from high school. Please.
Run game coordinator, and it's claiming
he had never coached offensive line before, Shake, right? In the NFL.
No, yeah, he did. He was assistant coach. He was an assistant coach.
He was offensive coordinator in San Francisco. We ain't the run game
Crypto. A run game coordinator doesn't even have a position that he coaches.
The point is, stop again for his run game coordinator. Then
I'm sorry. Scream again. I dare you. Scream again. I told you to stop.
Let's not go back to the past, guys. Let's go forward. We got a positive team now. We got a good coaching staff. Let's move forward instead of backwards.
Yeah, let's move forward. But I'm concerned about our special teams.
Yeah.
Well, one thing's going to help special teams is they're not going to be starting on defense last year.
In the past, to learn about your future.
Last year, half of our special teams were starting in the secondary because all our players got hurt.
I hope they don't look floppy like it did last season.
He still has a job now. The special teams coordinators. He's still employed for some reason. He's still employed.
3 different regimes he's lasted.
Yep, 3 different ones.
But again, I'm still on that. A pass game coordinator and a run game coordinator is not a position coach.
Those are positions on the team by definition.
Hey, listen, the bottom line is we got a great coaching staff right now. So they
don't hold a room. They don't there's no run game coordinator room. There's no pass game coordinator room. There's a running back room. There's a wide receiver room. There's a tight end room.
At the end of the day, it's all labels. It's all nothing but labels. They can perform the same function with different labels.
Not really.
Like in Kansas City, Kafka was the pass game coordinator, and Bieniemy was the run game coordinator.
And Stewsville was the run game coordinator, I think, in Denver. And since he's been here, he's been the running backs coach.
Yeah, he's just coaching now.
Well, hey, listen, we got Ronaldo Hill as our defensive coordinator, but we really know Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator.
Well, Ronaldo Hill will be our defensive coordinator.
He used to be our defensive back.
Yeah, he was quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple
calls. You said defensive back?
Yeah, he used to be our defensive back.
He wasn't
Ronaldo Hill.
Yeah, his name has no chance of going up in the Ring of Fame.
Oh no! I'm just mentioning that. I'm not saying he.
What was his name?
He's still excuse making for Tua these days.
No,
what's up, KP?
What's going on? They still making excuses for Tua, man.
It don't matter, man.
No, I got my ticket. KP, I got my ticket for the Philadelphia game.
On which one? The Washington game?
The Philly game, because I got it with my points, my reward points. So I got it for free.
All right, I got to work out which game I want to go to, man. But all this projection about we got a great coaching staff. How about let's wait and win a game first before we start blessing these guys with being great?
KP, I'm looking at their track record. Look at Darryl Bevel. He's been to Super Bowls.
Okay, so we look at the track record there, Ron Levy, but we don't look at Tua's track record, right?
What do you mean?
We just make excuses. We blame the coaches. We blame this one and that one. We ignore Tua's track record, but we want to take everybody else's track record on face value.
Let's talk about his track record. He was a winner in college. He has a winning record in the NFL. He led the league in quarterback rating and efficiency and all that.
You just said the key word though. In college, what about in the pros?
If Tua was a winner in college, how come he didn't win? How come he won the national championship?
College don't have a damn thing to do with the NFL, and you know it.
Why is it always got to go back to Tua?
You went back. You went back and Savage the past coaching staff? How come it's cool to savage the past coaching staff, but now you don't want to go back to the past?
I said that's no forward. I said let's focus on the past. I said let's move forward, JP.
Now you don't want to go back to the past. But let's call Studensville. Let's call Studensville a creep. Let's call all the past offensive coordinators a creep. Let's call the offensive line in the past a creep. But now we can't go back to the past. Aren't you tired of the hypocrisy, man? Listen, this coaching staff may very well be great, but how about let's wait and let them win a game first? One game.
In the eyes of winning loss records, Tua is a winner.
Based on win-loss. Yeah.
He's a winner in college. He's in college. In college, he won.
Yes,
Nick, in the NFL, Tua is a winner.
Hold up.
Yes, yes.
If Jimmy Garoppolo winner in college, how come we only won one national championship?
Nick Foles, yes, they're all winners.
Joe Burrow got one, right?
Joe Burrow got what? An AFC championship?
No, one national championship.
National? Just only one. He only had one good college season.
Right.
He only really had one good college.
It's fair to say Tua was a great college quarterback. He had a storied college career. That is fair. There's no argument against that. There's no argument against that. But the problem here is that you guys take that college record and project it onto the NFL as if he's been a success in the NFL. And that is just not a fact. At the very best, it is debatable. At the very best, it is debatable. But don't tell us that he's the greatest thing since Swiss cheese.
You're talking about college still. You want to address this?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. He had a great college career. I'm agreeing with you, Big Nick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How many coaches are going to get sacrificed because of Tua Tagovailoa? Let's talk about it. I'm talking about NFL coaches.
I don't know how many. I don't know one that has gotten sacrificed because of Tua yet.
Okay.
Hold on. What am I missing here?
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about, but listen, in the pantheon of things,
We haven't fired coaches over the past 3 seasons?
he hasn't fired anybody. He don't have that power.
Chan Gailey didn't move away. Studensville, what's the guy, the former Cleveland quarterback?
Didn't want to work for him.
This is exactly what you guys were just talking about up until I came up here on the damn phone. Now we have convenient, immediate amnesia, right? These coaches were not fired because, as you say, they were crap.
Hey, this dude here, man. This dude here.
No, I'm talking about that to you.
We can say
Hey, listen.
we can't talk.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna have to give you some pushback, Nick. How do you know he didn't want to work for Flores? How do you know he didn't want to coach Tua? I can't coach this guy because I don't have a scheme suitable for him.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thank you, Shake. Thank you, Shake. I agree, Shake. We do not know. We do not know. Go ahead, Nick.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. So that's fair, Shake. That's absolutely fair. However, I can't say where there was numerous coaches that left our coaching staff and took a parallel job instead of being elevated up. I can say that no offensive coordinator wanted to come work for him, so he had to go within and get 2 off the staff that didn't turn out well. I can't say he lost coach. He couldn't hire a staff, so I can't say that.
How come coaches didn't want to come here because they didn't want to work with Tua? How come you're putting that on Flores? That is what I'm talking about. That is your projection. That is your projection. Those are not facts. Those are not facts. That's your projection.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't have that inside information. It doesn't matter what I think anyway. I don't have that inside information.
I'm not going to let you get away with it because the team is made up with 66%. He got it right. Because he got the defense and the special teams. We were number one. We were the top in the league in special teams.
Nick, thank you for admitting that you weren't there. I wasn't there either, so I don't know either. That is my whole point. That's why it's unfair to project all this other stuff on these coaches.
But here's what I do know. Here's the fact that I do know that I need for you to acknowledge, right? It's the only fact that I know. You can say what you want to say about Tua, but win-loss, he's a winner.
Okay, who's arguing that? Who said that? You're arguing a point that hasn't been made.
He want to talk about Tua's shortcomings, but if you're going to talk about that, you got to talk about he's a winner.
Okay, then. Okay, what does that have to do with the price of beer in Germany?
Look, if you wasn't here in the beginning when he first came in, then I can't go back that far, Crypto. You had nothing. We wasn't debating with you, Crypto. I was debating with him. So I can't go back and rehash the whole debate. I'm sorry.
Get him, Kyrie.
No. I was trying to figure out what the win-loss. How did win-loss quarterback record get into it?
Because
a lot of quarterbacks got a winning record.
Okay, somebody can catch him up. I can't catch him up.
No, I'm just saying.
I really want to defend Jerome Baker if y'all give me an opportunity to.
Go ahead,
Baker?
Go ahead,
Sure.
Nick. Go
How
ahead.
much
The floor is yours, man. Go ahead.
overpaid or underpaid?
Criticize him first.
Okay, he's overpaid.
I really want to defend. You know, like you name it. Goddamn, let me defend Nick.
I just said it. I said he was overpaid. Why should he be paid the way he paid?
Hey, Nick, Big Nick, before you do go, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I want to get with you, Kahari P and CB83. We're gonna remember that the thing they were talking about the HBCUs. I want to do a panel on a Saturday night with you, just you, Kahari, and CB83. If you're down with that.
Absolutely, I'm down for it, but I like to have full disclosure. I have no inside information on the inner works on how HBCUs are ran or operated. All of my opinions come from the Black experience, from the average.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but Nick, you don't have a monopoly on the Black experience.
I believe there's 7 billion people.
There are different Black experiences.
Listen, God, don't stop trying to tear down everything I criticize, every damn thing I see. Let me explain myself. There are 7 billion people on the planet. For the most part, all of us are average. So if all of us are average, I believe all of us should have the same shared average experience. That's all.
You believe in equity. So you believe in equity. That's what you're saying.
No, I believe you can't walk on water, and neither can I. So we can both talk about it from the perspective that we can't walk on water. That's what.
But you just made a strong argument for equity.
If that's how you took it, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I'm gonna come in from an everyday guy, from a layman's guy, a Black man who have experiences in certain aspects. That's how I'm gonna come at it. That's what I mean.
Your perspective is just as valid as anybody else's. I respect you, which is why I respect you to the utmost, Big Nick. So please don't take anything I say as adversarial. But I'm a challenge. I'm gonna push back on certain things.
That's fine. That's fine. But the reason I gave that disclosure is because I don't want anybody to think that I've studied anything or what I'm saying is factual. Everything I'm saying is from my own personal eye. And I can't do nothing but think that my neighbor that stays across the street from me is the exact same experiences that I have.
Correct. Listen, I think that's why CB3 being on the panel is so important because, he attending a HBCU and being an athlete at an HBCU is a perspective, that needs to be involved in that conversation for sure. Me, myself, I did not attend an HBCU. I sent my children there, but, me,
I believe there's a lot of things that people of color, the equality that we want, right? Nobody's going to give it to us. We have one ultimate tool that we can use. Is just that as far as getting everybody to understand that and to take that power, we're not going to be able to use it. And do you guys know what that power is?
Yeah.
That power is $1.3 trillion. That's that power. That makes us the 11th largest economy in the world. Our spending power in America, our spending power as African Americans, our spending power in America is higher than some countries' total spending power. If we understood that and we took ourselves out of the market, then we'll be able to negotiate for any fucking thing we want. But guess what? We have nobody to bring us together to tell us that.
Yeah.
So you imagine taking $1.3 trillion out of your economy. Tell me you ain't gonna come to the negotiating table.
You wouldn't. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I know we're not on this, but this is just information that I want to share to the world, right? Because I can talk to my brother about the plight that goes on in America, but I'd rather talk to somebody who don't look like me. So maybe they can catch it and they'll be willing to spread it too. The bottom line is the opportunities that any American wants. The only to get that opportunity, you have to first recognize that you're an American.
Does that have to do with the price of tea?
Yeah, what does that matter? I was about to say the same thing.
Okay. Being black, we all say we black, we love being black. But what has black gotten you in this country?
Who's making that argument?
What has being black got you in this country?
Well, who's making that argument first?
Okay, let me explain.
Being black?
Being a black man in America, being black hasn't gotten me anything, but being American has gotten me everything. Because when I went and got my loan for my house, they didn't say give me a sample of your DNA. They say give me your social security card. Make sense?
They said that today in the last 20 years. 20 years ago, though, they said your black ass couldn't get a loan. And that has been the reality of the history for the 300 years, which can't be ignored.
You try to get too deep in the shit.
No, it's not deep. This is the reality.
Listen. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It matters less today. I agree. It matters less today. I agree on that.
Even back then, if they'd have said we're gonna give you a loan, even though you were black, they still wouldn't ask for my DNA. They'd ask for my social security card.
They didn't have to get your DNA. There was a one-drop rule. They based it on your appearance.
Man, you too busy trying to argue. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, Nick, and I do respect it.
When you got your house, when you got your job, when you got anything that you own, nobody asks you for a sample of your DNA. They ask you for your social security card.
Again, that is in the last 20, 30 years only for the first time in this country.
That doesn't make sense to you.
I didn't say it didn't make sense. I'm saying it's a deeper because it's deeper than that, Nick.
No, it's not deeper than that. Being an American gives me the power.
Okay, Nick, let's bring this back. Why are these schools called HBCUs? Are these schools HBCUs because they wanted to self-identify as HBCUs?
Absolutely not.
Okay, well then you cannot ignore the purpose of these schools and why they were founded and why they're called HBCUs.
I'm not ignoring that, buddy. We're having two different we're having two different conversations.
Anyway, listen, Nick, I love you. I respect you, but I will be pushing back.
All I'm trying to say is, man, look, we're too busy being a race instead of being what this country, the greatest power that you have in this country.
What I'm suggesting to you, Nick, is that black people have made those same decisions that you're expressing, and we've seen
in this country.
We've seen certain things happen as well. You need to look up the Mound Bayou community. Mound Bayou. They made decisions right along these lines. And look what happened to Mound Bayou.
We'll discuss this more in the 2 weeks.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm down. But this is the reason I want to discuss it because of my brother here. I don't think he understands what I'm saying.
I do, man. I respect what you're saying. I do.
Your power, which is being an American citizen that has power.
So you believe in American exceptionalism?
Exactly. How is that power? How is claiming to be a citizen power?
Well, listen, the thing I'm trying to get Nick to understand is not that I don't disagree with his position, but that his position is part of a specific mindset that is only available today that was not available 20, 30 years ago.
Okay.
We have the privilege of thinking. We have the privilege of thinking this way today, the cost of it is
the concept of American exceptionalism. I understand that, right? But American exceptionalism is real as a thought to people. That's who we are. We have that.
I agree with you. Like I said, I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
We do have American exceptionalism, whether it's right, wrong, or indifference. We have it, right?
In your mind.
The
power
the power that we have as being an Americans is that whether you know it or not, every motherfucker in government, from the dog catcher to the president of the United States, works for you. They do what you say do. That's your power.
Well, hey, Big Nick, can I ask you one question? Because I have
a little bit of experience in this field as well. So I got one question for you. If the legal definition, according to Black's Law Dictionary, which is universally considered the best source for legal definitions, if it says that a citizen is a member of a free society or journal society, possessing all the rights and privileges which can be enjoyed by any person under its constitution and government, and subject, you like that word, right? Subject. You hear that all the time from the cops when they pull your ass over, right? And you do your little videos and shit on YouTube. You're a subject to the corresponding duties. How is that fucking freedom? And where's the power in that?
Well, look, rules doesn't mean tyranny.
No, see, this is a different conversation, man. You got to get deeper than that. Don't hand me that fucking rule shit. And
I don't have to get deeper than that because I want a lawful society.
Okay, we getting off the rails here. Can we let's get back to football, please?
Yeah,
I appreciate
I'm just saying it's a mindset. You can call yourself a citizen all day long. I'm not saying to do it or not to do it, but it's a mindset. You put yourself under a specific mindset, you're under an authority period, and you're a subject. Why do that? I don't get it.
Amicus, are you suggesting the only freedom is anarchy?
No, not at all. I'm suggesting that freedom is a state of mind to begin with. And if you have a meaning of the minds with being a subject to begin with, well, you already started off on the wrong fucking foot.
No, not necessarily.
All right.
Not necessarily. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to football. But I do love these type of discussions. As long as you can keep them under discussions and not focus on the person. You know what I mean? I do.
How about them Dolphins?
How about the love of my life?
Yep, Mr.
Pope. Guys is
yep, Mr. Pope.
Country. It's family country Dolphins for me.
Country coming for the Dolphins?
Huh?
Hey, by the way, Nick, I wanted to get your opinion on the schedule.
Is AJ Fluker still out there?
I wanted to get your opinion on the schedule. I didn't hear from you about the schedule talk. So what's your overall feeling of this schedule, and what game? All right, I have three questions for you. What is your feelings of the schedule? Which game do you look forward to seeing the most, and which one do you think is going to be the toughest? There you
go. The game I look forward to seeing the most is the Dallas Cowboy game. But I live in South Florida, and believe it or not, South Florida Dolphins' second biggest rival to whoever you may say in our division is the Dallas Cowboys. In my opinion. If you like the Dallas Cowboys, you can't be a Dolphin fan. That's just my opinion. So it's the Dallas Cowboys. What I think about the schedule is I don't think about, oh, we got to play this team. I think about that team saying, damn, we got to play the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. So,
but what I mean by what do you think of it? Did you like where the bye week was? Do you like the spacing? Do you think that it was kind of fair? You know, things like that.
I do like the bye week, even though I don't prefer a bye week because I'm a stupid, selfish Dolphin fan. I want them on every week. That's the only reason I don't like the bye week. But I'm not really concerned. I've never been concerned about the schedule. I don't care. We got to line up and play. We got 53 of the best people in the world. They do too. So we're going to show up. That's what I tell people. We're going to line up. We're going to line up. And like I said, I don't know if it was you, but I think, no, that was Batman. Batman was asking for a win-loss, and I said, put me down for 17-0. Yeah, so I'm the worst kind of dog fan you talk to because we 17-0. You ask me, we ain't losing to nobody. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm serious about that. I'm not picking I can't play. If me and you playing Madden and you tell me you want to play with the Dolphins, then I'll wait till somebody else play. I'm not playing with nobody else.
Well, you both can play with the Dolphins. You know that, right?
I know, but I'm not beating the Dolphins either. Look, dude, I go on YouTube, man, and I watch like Madden games, like whoever playing with the Dolphins, and I fast forward all the way to the end of the game. If the Dolphins ain't ahead, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, damn right.
I fast forward to see the score. If the Dolphins ain't winning, I'm not watching it. Fuck them. I'm sick, man. I got a problem with the Dolphins. I ain't gonna lie. I told you it's family country Dolphins.
That's what's up, man.
I lost my first job. I lost my first
Dolphins
job going to see Dan Marino at the Fort Lauderdale swap shop, and he never showed up.
Big Nick, the Dolphins is the country.
Hey.
The sun never set on the Dolphins empire.
Hey, by the way, shout out to my brother from another Mr. 305 Miami. What's going on? How you doing, man?
Crypto, you saying the Dolphin Empire never fell?
And shout out
The
to
Dolphins
Aquavision.
empire
What's
never
going
fell.
on?
That's what I'm trying to tell Big Nick. We are the country.
Delusional Patriots. Sal, what's going on, G?
I do know this.
Appreciate everybody, everybody in chat.
In the history of professional team sports, in the history, there's only one professional team never go undefeated. I know that.
Yes, that is.
I mean, the
Amicus
Ravens
know
are on
about
their
the
way.
Dolphins empire.
See, some of you kids don't know this, but Miami Dolphins used to be the winningest sports franchise in all the sports.
Yes, sir. I know that.
Yes, we were. Before UCLA passed us up.
No, professional sport.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about overall.
We're not anymore, but we used to be the winningest organization. We had like a 73% win percentage.
Yes, we did.
Right. We were the winningest organization. Yep.
Pro sports.
Still think we're in like top 10 for winning percentage.
We're still in the top 10. Yeah, we're still in the top. We're still in the top 10.
In 26
Yeah.
years, Shula had one losing season in 26 years.
And
26 years, exactly. I don't think no coach has ever eclipsed that.
I don't think we still hold this season, but we might still be the winningest team on Monday night too. We might still be the winningest
No, it
team.
could be. I think what's it called? Closed ground on that one. The Raiders.
Or the Steelers.
So we was like neck and neck with them.
And
Yeah, the Steelers I think is up there too.
I don't think we have a losing record in our division. We might be the only team that don't have a losing record in our division.
On Monday night or just overall division?
Overall. I don't think the Jets have more wins over us. I don't think the Bills have more wins over us. And I'm
total wins, yeah. I think
no.
The closest rivalry is the Jets.
Against each other, like you see me 43-43 or something like that. I think we're either 500 or we slightly above each team.
I think the Patriots are getting close.
Yeah, we're slightly above the Jets. That's by one game. I think it's one game now. It's like neck and neck with the Jets. Everybody else, we still got a good cushion over.
Really?
So am I the only one that feel like that about the Cowboys though? Outside our division, that's the team we hate.
No,
No, it's the Raiders.
I hate the Raiders.
For you?
And the Ravens.
It's the Raiders for me.
I hate the Ravens.
I hate the Raiders. Right. It's the Raiders for me.
Listen, I always hated the Steelers and the Raiders because in the 70s, it was always us, the Steelers, and the Raiders.
Right. Exactly, Ron. I
everybody.
hate the Raiders more than anybody.
I've been wanting to put this question to the panel for the longest, a real honesty test. When the New England Patriots first won the Super Bowl against the St. Louis Rams, who wasn't rooting for the Patriots? I was.
I wasn't born, so I couldn't tell you.
No.
I was rooting for the Patriots. I couldn't do it.
There's no way I'm rooting for the Patriots.
Never
No,
for the
no,
Jets. I was rooting for the Patriots. But they wasn't the Patriots then. They wasn't the Patriots.
I did not want them to beat the scrubs in our division to win in the Super Bowl. That can, domino effect. Once they got that first one, I didn't want them to get nothing. I wanted them to be like the Bills, permanently lose Super Bowls.
Good. I couldn't do it for the Jets. I couldn't do it.
At least the Jets won a Super Bowl.
The Jets more than anybody else.
Yeah, I hate the Jets more than any professional sports team it is.
Absolutely.
I don't.
Absolutely.
That's the way I feel about the Patriots and the Raiders.
Well, I told you. I told you I took my son to a Jet Dolphin game. We got beer poured on us. He was 7 years old.
You know, I don't think Dolphin fans, my generation. I don't think my generation of Dolphin fans. I don't think we hate the Patriots like that. I really don't. I think we hate the Jets.
No, that's because we used to beat them every year for a decade. But in the last 20 years, it's not that way.
We owned the Bills for 20 years. For 10 years, we didn't lose to them. We beat them twice a year for 10 straight years.
Hey, Ron, I remember we used to go 8-0 in our division for like 4 years in a row.
When the Colts were there, too, absolutely.
Yeah, we used to go 8-0.
That's when the Colts was there, yeah. The Colts.
Remember
like
Burt Jones?
Peyton Manning.
Burt
like,
Jones.
We owned Peyton Manning even after Marino.
Yep, Burt Jones, Jeff George.
Even when he was in Indianapolis, we still owned Peyton Manning.
George, right, Mr. Polk, Jeff George.
I'm trying to remember that wide receiver Burt Jones had.
Jeff George was on Atlanta.
Then he went to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
but
that's who drafted him. The Atlanta.
I used to love Jeff George. Jeff George was a beast.
Jerry Glanville had him.
That's right.
Yeah.
The only person that had a prettier pass than Jeff George was Daniel Constantine Marino.
Michael Vick.
I don't know.
Oh.
Prettier than Jeff George, man.
No, Big Nick, I'm about to push back on you. Warren Moon had the prettier pass.
Yeah, you're right. Warren Moon threw a nice
I
pass.
still take Dan and Jeff. I still take them.
No, Warren was probably the best overall, man. That pass, perfect tight spiral, man. The way he threw that ball.
But you know what? Warren wasn't the guy that scared me. It was Earl Campbell scared me. He owned us on Monday night.
Yeah, he had a good game, but we ate his ass up a couple times too now.
Earl Campbell, he was a beast. He was a beast.
I have a question for the panel because this is something I would like to know myself. What quarterback in history has been on the most teams, and how many teams have they been on?
I don't know.
Say that again. Say that again.
Fitzpatrick, he was on 8. He was on 9.
Yeah, so Fitzpatrick got the record there.
He played for every team in our division.
No, I would say Steve DeBerg got the record.
No, it's Fitzpatrick.
No,
Steve DeBerg from Seattle.
Born on everybody's team, yeah.
No, Steve DeBerg only played for like 4 teams.
No, he did. He played for like 20 teams. Before it's all said and done.
He played for the Dolphins. He played for the Chiefs. He played for the Cowboys.
No, that's Fitzpatrick, 19.
Yeah, I think it's Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick played for everybody in the AFC East.
Steve DeBerg.
Unless it's somebody
everybody except the Jets, right?
He didn't play for the Patriots. He didn't play for the Patriots.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, wasn't he? Wait a minute, wasn't that?
No, he never played for them. He never played for Belichick.
Yeah.
That was 4 years.
And all those teams, Fitzpatrick had the 1 year that actually mattered, and we pulled him mid for Tua. Man, that was
all those years. Fitzpatrick had a hell of a year. First year, got paid, and was shit after that.
Yeah, I remember him beating us when he was in Buffalo.
All right, here we go. Fitzpatrick played for the St. Louis Rams, Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans, New York Jets, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Dolphins, and Washington Football Team.
He played for Houston.
Yep.
He played for Tennessee.
Yep.
Damn.
Those are all those teams I named. He played for. And he started for all of them too. He started for all of them too.
He started for every team he played for. Yeah.
So he has the record then.
That's like Kareem Hunt. I remember when somebody told us Kareem Hunt's age, everybody was like, get the fuck out of here. Kareem Hunt got to be 31.
No, he's still young. He's
like 20. You're like 26.
He don't have a lot of tread on his tires either.
That dude been in the league 15 years, man. You can't tell me Kareem Hunt ain't been in the league 15 years.
Hey, I have a question for everybody on the panel.
Go ahead.
All right, so where on the team do you think is most improved after the offseason?
Secondary.
Easy, yeah, secondary.
I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, because of all the injured guys are getting back, plus what we
Yeah. Addition and guys getting back from injury. Yeah,
Even though you probably won't see those. You probably won't see Nick Needham and the other guy too much this year.
You talking about Trill Williams?
Yeah, you probably won't see them. He might not make the team. He better shine at safety. He won't make the team.
Well, you got the other guy in safety now too that we signed from Detroit.
Yeah, he ain't so what.
Elliott,
yeah, they say he's a thumper.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jones,
Yeah.
though.
Did you see the hit he put on
No,
Derrick
that's not the guy
Henry?
I'm thinking about.
You guys see that hit he put on Derrick Henry?
Yeah, he a small Lewis Oliver, can't cover for shit.
Lewis Oliver, 103-yard TD interception return against Buffalo.
See, I think it's actually the running back.
Yeah, I remember that game, Ron. 103 yards. He intercepted it. We won that game 37-10 or something like that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, 92 or
No,
93.
if we get Dalvin Williams, then yeah, I switch from defensive back to running back.
I don't think.
Not Dalvin, but Dalvin Cook. I'm sorry.
Last year, how could it be more improved? We got a chain.
What happened there?
I said I don't understand how the running back group could be that much improved when all we got was the rookie.
Well, the coach said he's going to put a bigger emphasis on the run. So
right.
yeah.
Well, we have to see that, but I don't see that the room is that much more improved. It's the same guys we had last year right now.
And anyway, it's hard. It's kind of going to be kind of hard to improve on 4.9. See, that's what a lot of people missing out on, man.
I think we needed to run the ball more. That's all.
Yeah.
But Ron, it's not just about the run, though. If you put A-Chain in that situation, he's basically wide receiver. I mean, he's running routes. So that opens up a completely different game that we didn't see last year.
I think he's going to run. I think he's going to run between the tackles too.
He looks like a mini Josh Jacobs to me.
He's a Darren Sproles, guys. That's who he is. Darren Sproles.
I don't.
He reminded me of the guy. He reminded me of the guy of Kansas City. What's his name? Pacheco.
Yeah.
That's who we remind me of.
Yeah, he's more of a pure running back than Sproles.
Sproles was a damn good running back. He was a great third down back.
Yeah,
for Philly.
I like the Sproles.
You'll never see Sproles.
That's one trick that ran
Sproles
hard.
was really horizontal though. Like he was kind of, always evading. I mean, nah, man. A-Chain is more, find the hole and go.
He stick like at the bottom. He look like Jay Ajayi at the bottom. He stick like that. His legs and shit. Like he got Tyreek.
I'm looking forward to seeing what McDaniel does with him in this offense. I think he's going to be a definite plus and a big addition. But until we see it, we don't know.
I want to see if he's going to be our Darren Waller.
I wonder how many years Jerry Jones would have gave us if Adam Gates didn't send him off.
He had no cartilage.
The same amount of years he had because he had in college.
Yeah, he had no cartilage in his knees. That's the problem with
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is, if he would have stayed with our team, would he given us maybe a couple more good years of being a good running back?
Well, he was but he got hurt.
And not only that, he was kind of tripping too, man. We left him home that first game because he was mad he wasn't the starter. Like shit like that.
No, but that was Adam Gates, man.
Yeah, you can't do that though, man.
That was Adam Gates.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be professional, man.
Because Adam Gates, if you think about it, Adam Gates went after the so-called dogs of the team. Mm-hmm. Jay Ajayi, Jarvis Landry, who else he went at?
Fauci.
Adam Gates doing rails with the nuclear.
He hated Rashard Jones, but he couldn't get rid of him.
And Mike Pouncey.
Yep.
Yep, that's right, Mike Pouncey, that's right. Yeah.
Speaking of Rashard Jones, can you imagine if it was him and your boy back there in the backfield?
Oh, that's right. Rashard. You talking about Rashard Jones and Rashard Jones from Georgia. Wait a minute, who else we had besides? There was somebody else that was with Rashard Jones that was supposed to be pretty good.
That was it. Remember they had to move
Freeman
back there because we can never find him a partner back there. They tried a whole bunch of people back there with him.
No, they
had Bobby McCain back there with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they never could find him a running mate.
Not because Bob McCain was more of a slot.
They had a guy Freeman back there with him, didn't they?
Who?
What? Who?
Freeman?
No. You mean Arturo Freeman?
Yeah.
No, wasn't he way before Rashard Jones?
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think he was for Rashard. Good grief. Remember who that was that came out.
That was my favorite player on the team.
And then too,
I used to always say best in football. And he never got his props, man. He was at one point for 2 years straight. He was the best safety in football, man.
He was underrated.
He was
Underrated.
He was a dog. He was.
He was underrated.
Injury prone though.
Yeah, because he had to do everything, man.
Yeah. He ain't had no help. He had nobody compliment him on the other side.
He played in the box. He played the deep safety. They worked the shit out of him.
Because McClain was a slot.
Yes, Clay was a slot quarterback. That's right. He was a nickel.
Once Bobby McCain got used to
being, they moved him to safety after Rashad got hurt.
Once he got comfortable with being back there, he settled in a little bit. He had one good year with us playing safety.
I was so biased as a kid. I thought Chris Chambers was just as good as Randy Moss.
What's that now?
Chris Chambers. I like.
Oh man, are you kidding me? I like Chris Chambers.
Hey, you know who's coming out next year?
He was underrated too.
Watch out, Rhonda Gadsden's son is coming out next year.
You know the problem with that team?
Rhonda Gadsden's son. He's a highly touted. I think he's a tight end, a wide receiver. He's coming out next year.
You know the problem with that team with Chris Chambers was that we had two really good number twos and starters. Two really good number twos. We had Rondé Gadsden and Chris Chambers. They'd have been fantastic number twos if they played against, like if they played with Randy Moss or Jerry Rice or somebody. Oh my God, they would kill it.
And we had a decent tight end with Randy McMichael. I think Randy McMichael.
Randy McMichael.
Yeah, Randy McMichael.
Was it McDuffie on that team too?
No, McDuffie.
I don't know. He might have been before. Was he before that? I think he was before them.
He had the toe injury though that ended him.
Yeah, McDuffie. No, McDuffie was on it. I think McDuffie retired and you can look it up, Shake. Didn't 98, 99?
Really?
Let me see something. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
What are you looking up? Where you know Jim McDuffie retired?
Oh, you gonna look it up, Shake?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I love
it. Anytime,
too bad.
Hey, Shake. Anytime you need help, let me know because I keep my iPad with me when I'm talking with you guys. Also,
I love McDuffie. It's just a shame you heard his story.
I feel some type of way about McDuffie. You know why? And it's so stupid because I am not on the corporate side. But I don't like he sued the Dolphins.
they screwed up his injury, man.
I know, but I still don't like he sued my fucking Dolphins. And I'm always on the side of the players, trust me. But you sued the Dolphins, man. That ain't cool.
He works for the Dolphins now, so they didn't hold a grudge.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, y'all remember a wide receiver that had big arms? I think his last name was Boston. What's his name? David Boston?
Yeah, David Boston.
Man, that guy had some arms on him. Good grief.
Shit.
I think David Boston caught 2 passes for the
Dolphins. He came from Arizona where he was a 1,000-yard receiver. He didn't do shit for us.
He retired in 2000.
That's like Ted Ginn Jr. When we got Ted Ginn, Ted Ginn Jr. He didn't do much for us neither.
Man, Ted Ginn was a beast, man. We just ain't had the offense to work with him. Ted Ginn was a beast. Everywhere he went, he made that team better.
Ted Ginn eventually became a serviceable receiver. But
Ted
never
Ginn
should have drafted at number 9. Never.
No, it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault. But that idiot freaking
I mean, that man had speed out of this world, and we didn't utilize it.
Hey, the New York Jets said Darrelle Reeves is the greatest cornerback of all time. Ask Darrelle Reeves who his daddy is.
Oh yeah, two touchdown passes against them to win that one game against the Jets. I remember that.
Who's your dad? He killed Darrelle Reeves more than that one game. When you talking about a 2 touchdown game?
Yeah. I remember that game specifically.
Yeah, he ate Darrelle Reeves' ass. He was too fast for Darrelle Reeves. I'm gonna tell you what.
It had all the love.
He was really good in Carolina.
You know what I think had all the love playing, and then afterwards, everyone forgot about how good he was Charles Woodson.
Oh yeah.
He was a dog, man. He went from Green Bay to the Raiders, right? Did he go from Green Bay to the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great. But you know what everybody forgets is Irving Fryer. Irving Fryer was the man when we had him.
I don't. Daniel Constantine Marino gave him a new year.
He certainly
did.
Career. He certainly did.
Revived his career.
New England cut him. He was almost out of football.
He had number 1,000-yard receiving years with Marino.
Remember that game in '90 when Marino came back from the Achilles in '94, the first game of the season against New England, he drew Bledsoe, and Bledsoe threw 4 touchdown passes, Marino threw 5 to beat him in the mud.
Yep. Do you remember how excited? Well, I know you guys don't remember. Some of you guys might not remember this. Ron might. Do you remember how excited we got when we got what's his name from Minnesota?
Dante Culpepper?
Chris Carter.
Chris Carter, yeah. I remember Chris Carter.
That man killed our season, man. We should have went to the playoffs, man. That man dropped every touchdown pass, touched his head. Oh, Chris Carter was a disaster.
Yes, well, listen, and we thought Wallace was going to be the answer too. We got him. And
and don't forget that wide receiver. Don't forget that wide receiver. Didn't we get a wide receiver from Atlanta Falcons that didn't work out well?
Oh no, Tony Martin was balling.
No, not Tony Martin.
Tony Martin developed into a receiver eventually.
What's that guy name? Good.
In the beginning, Marino would throw the ball because he dropped everything.
Right, and then he got real good.
Yeah, he got better as he played more. Yes.
I can't think of that guy's name.
Andre Rison? Are you talking about?
Talking about Tony Martin.
You talking about Andre Rison?
No, Andre Rison. That's him. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, Andre played a game for us, 2 games.
Look, that's what I'm saying. We brought him to the team, and he didn't give us much. And then he got in trouble with his girlfriend.
How about you, Teal Green?
TLC.
How about you, Teal Green? Hill.
Speaking of in trouble with the girlfriend, man, we had Chad Ochocinco, but he couldn't keep his, I would say, hand to himself, but his head to himself. Holy shit, man!
Well,
that would have been a good year.
Teal Green tore his ACL.
Marino made Mark Ingram relevant again. Marino gave him a new career.
Absolutely, he certainly did. And Teal Green, we drafted him number 1 in the first round.
Oh man, injury prone.
2 ACLs, so he never made it. And then we got Randall Hill, and we traded him to Arizona, and then we got him back.
Yeah, but Teal Green was the original Randy Moss, man.
Yeah, it's too bad.
That guy was a beast.
Dog, no NFL player look like him. No NFL receiver look like Teal Green. That's how receivers don't look like that today.
Well, maybe a section with Josh Gordon.
With that kind of speed, he might be big. He might be what's the dude name in Philadelphia?
Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper.
The one they just got from
AJ Boy.
Yeah, he might be bigger than him.
Brown?
Yeah, he might be bigger than him. Yeah, Util was about what? Util, about 6'4", like.
Yeah, but he tore his ACL straight training camps.
Wait a minute, he says he's 6'4". So he about the size of Josh Gordon. Y'all remember Josh Gordon?
Randy Moss was 6'4". Randy Moss was 6'4".
Yeah.
They say Josh Gordon didn't play a college game without being drunk. And that's how good that guy was, man.
That Lawrence Taylor probably didn't play a game without being all coked up.
Hey, Ron, you remember Cesar Collins?
Absolutely.
I remember him.
Remember how he got busted for
breaking into a woman's
he's breaking into somebody's house.
Sitting outside her window or something? Or
no, he broke in the house.
Oh,
he was in the room.
That's the same thing with the running back we had from the University of Miami. He got in a lot of trouble. We gave him a chance.
Mark Walton.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Aquavision, you're right. Terry Kirby, he was great, man.
I used to hang out with Terry Kirby.
Terry Kirby was great, man. I loved him.
In Fort Lauderdale. I knew his brother well.
Him, Mark Higgs was another one that didn't get any credit. Troy Stratford, yep.
Mark Higgs, and there was another little one.
The wide receiver from Hawaii. He got in trouble too.
Devon Best.
Oh, Devon Best, absolutely the best. I could give nicknames to all of them. Tebow.
Yeah, but there was another guy besides Mark Higgs. I can't remember his name now.
Irvin Spikes.
That's it. You got it, man.
Number 40.
Ding, ding, ding. Those guys I love those guys, man. They tough.
Never could get 1,000 yards, man.
They were tough little guys, man. They would run up inside the tackles, even though they were small.
Yeah. They'll get you 879 yards each.
You know what's sad was when we drafted David Overstreet and they thought he was finally going to be a running game for Marino, and they got killed in a car accident before the season.
Yeah, man. That was sad because he was going to be something else.
Yep.
I can't lie.
Man.
I was like 13 or 14. I had just started to understand. At 12 is when you start to understand, like, that you start to realize why you don't run, why people running in the middle, running to all those people instead of running, where the open space at. I didn't know that. So that's why I say Big Nick down since 82, because that's when I started understanding football.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have that kind of same empathy for David Overstreet at the time.
I was just looking forward to Marino finally having a running game because this guy was drafted in the first round and he was supposed to be a real good talent, and then we don't even get to use him. Poor guy.
Well, he had one dude.
Wasn't he out of Oklahoma?
I think so. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember.
Ron, he had a running back. He just couldn't hold the ball. Sammy Smith. He just couldn't hold
Sammy
the
Smith.
ball.
Oh man.
Sammy Smith
couldn't hold the damn ball.
I hated Sammy Smith. He was awful.
Because he couldn't hold the ball.
Yeah, but he didn't do too bad when he went to New England.
I like Terry Kirby much better than Sammy Smith.
Terry Kirby was a glorified receiver, man. Terry Kirby
He was. He caught a lot of passes.
running the ball, man.
Hey, you remember Tony Page? Tony Page
ball.
was Marino's go-to guy, out of the backfield all the time.
Yeah, I remember the Bowden ball, number 49.
He was great, man. He was great. He didn't drop anything, and he ran over people.
Yeah, stop coming from
And let's not. And speaking of Tony, let's not forget Tony Nate.
Oh, that's right. The hook and lateral.
He was on the end of it.
He was the one that ran it, the hook and lateral. He got the pass from what's his name?
Tony.
The guy that came from San Fran.
Hook and lateral.
The receiver from San Fran we got. He caught it and then flipped it to Nathan.
Tony Nathan, the one that ate up the Chicago Bears on Monday night in 1985, ate their ass up. Tony Nathan and Woody Bennett and
Woody Bennett, yeah. Oh, and how about Davenport?
Ron Davenport.
Oh yeah, I remember Davenport. He was a big.
He was a guaranteed touchdown, man. I remember his first 7 carries were all touchdowns.
Hey Ron, let me see if you guys remember this. Who was Zach Thomas before Zach Thomas?
Who was what?
John Offerdahl.
Oh, there you go. Ron's a Dolphin fan.
I hated when they drafted those guys like Eddie Moore and who was the other linebacker? They drafted Eric Kumaro. Oh my God. They drafted so many bad linebackers.
What was the guy named in Ace Ventura? I can see his face right now. Defensive Marco Coleman.
I like Coleman. Coleman was a dog.
Coleman and Troy Vincent were both first-round draft picks.
Coleman was a dog out of Georgia Tech. Yeah, he was a dog, man.
Yeah, he was all right. Jeff Cross. That was Jeff Cross line. He was, Jeff Cross.
Jeff Cross. Yeah, Trey
Jeff Cross.
And y'all forgetting Channing Crowder.
And what about Kim Bocamper? Y'all like Kim
Bocamper was the man too. Yeah, Bob Howard. Find out the Killer Bees. Bob Howard, Bocamper, Doug Betters.
Yep, Doug Betters. That's right.
Doug Betters.
Y'all remember the Blackwood brothers?
The brothers, right? The safety tandem. Yep, absolutely.
Yep, both of them ran a 6 flat.
Hey, Big Nick, you're right.
Bob Brzezinski.
He ran a 12.
Yes, sir.
Can anybody see the Channing Crowder podcast? The one that just came out?
With The Rock.
When he's talking about like the only way that he can really know if like somebody's the alpha in the room if they all get naked and hold their dicks and look at one another, and the first person to look away isn't the alpha.
Oh,
oh, good grief. Oh my goodness.
Well,
it makes sense, though.
That's a different take, huh?
It damn sure makes sense.
Hey, did anybody mention my man AJ Dewey?
Oh, three.
That's right. That's another good one.
In the Mud Bowl,
Yeah,
1977.
yeah.
Oh, and then don't forget what's that linebacker name? Because he used to have he used to have this doggone it. Oh my goodness, what's that guy's name? He was a linebacker too, black linebacker. He used to have this Cox.
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox.
Brian
Brian
Cox.
Cox.
Yeah, when he flipped off Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He flipped off the whole crowd walking out of the stadium when they finally beat him. We beat him in that.
Boy,
that was the game that Louis Oliver ran the touchdown back for 103 yards.
As good as Brian Cox was, I don't think I don't think he can play today. He couldn't cover shit.
Hey, I think we have a winning record on Thanksgiving Day, fellas.
Well, we beat Dallas.
We handed some beatdowns down on Thanksgiving Day, man.
I remember the Dallas game because my son was born that night. But
Oh yeah, man.
that was the Leon Lett game.
Oh, so you remember Bob Greasy against the Cardinals then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also good on Christmas Eve, Fred.
What was that?
We're also good on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
We beat the Chiefs on Christmas Eve in double overtime.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the 9-1 season, man, when we beat Dallas in the snow?
Yeah, then we didn't win another game. Yeah, we were 9-1, and we lost every game after that game.
You know why we lost, right? Steve the Bird broke his thumb.
You know that Jimmy Johnson, the only team he's never beaten is the Dolphins?
Wow.
The only team Jimmy Johnson's never beaten in the pros was the Dolphins.
Well, you know, Jimmy Johnson took away the greatest quarterback in NFL history's ability to audible.
Yeah, I couldn't stand the way he treated Marino at the end of his career.
Hey, Big Nick, with I know you.
He forced Shula out too. He was on Fox talking about how the Dolphins should have been much better than they were every week.
He did it. Heisinger, that was the only condition Heisinger was going to buy the team.
I understand that, but Jimmy had a lot to say about the Dolphins and Shula every week on Fox because he wanted that job.
Hey, Big Nick, what year was it, man? I know you know. I know all you guys know. What year was it, man, that all we had to do was win one of our last 4 games, man, to get into the playoffs, and we ended up losing all 4 of them, man. What year was that?
Oh, that was with Jay Fiedler.
Yeah, and I think they turned around and did the same thing the following year, man. If I'm not mistaken, I might be
a couple years like that, unfortunately.
It was the teams that knocked us out. I don't know if it was the last 4 games. It might have been the last 2.
No. All they had to do was win one game. All they had to do was win one game out of their last 4, and they lost every last one, man. I remember that.
The game down there beating Jets of Buffalo, we lost. Like the greatest heartbreak. Well, the greatest heartbreak for me is
No, I can't hear with the background.
Train whistle.
That's gonna go down as my all-time disaster.
Which was that? We didn't hear that.
Huh?
We didn't hear you.
Oh, was when Perfect Pete wasn't perfect anymore.
Oh, Pete Saranovich against the Chargers in '94.
Was it the Chargers or was it Kansas City?
It was against the Chargers in '94. He beat Kansas City with a 59-yard field goal.
Okay, we lost the Chargers.
When Montana was on the Chiefs, Marino beat him in the playoffs.
Yeah, so it was the Chargers.
It was the Chargers. And we would have won that Super Bowl too.
That's my biggest heartbreak. My second biggest heartbreak, and the only reason it's not number 1 is because I didn't watch the whole game. I was in the car on the way home from the bowling alley. That was the Jets comeback on Monday Night Football.
I remember that game specifically. That was such bullshit. They called about 20 pass interference penalties on us. They didn't have enough time to score that. They didn't keep stopping the clock for penalties.
And my number 3 was the New England game when the fucking Samboni guy came on the field and cleared the field.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
My number one was
Hey, you know,
You talking about the snowplow game?
My number one was 1985. We were at home in the AFC Championship game,
New England
against New England, and a monsoon hit right before the game, and New England rushed for 200 yards. And
ball.
That was the year we beat the Bears on Monday night. We would have beat them in the Super Bowl, and Marino would have had his fucking ring.
And you know the thing about that New England team? That was the first team in NFL history for a wild card to win all three games and go to the Super Bowl.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Big Nick. And you know that dude that cleared that spot for that field goal in the snow against the Patriots? That guy, he was just let out of jail the night before, man.
Yeah, 100% right. That's
Sure was. He might have even been in work release. I don't know if he was out completely. I think he was in work release.
Yeah. Here's another one. 1974. After we lost Zonka, Warfield, and Kick to the WFL, we were still in the championship game against the Raiders. And Manny Fernandez was draped all over Kenny Stabler, and Stabler threw up a fucking prayer, and Cliff Branch catch it in the end zone for the sea of hands, and we would have went to 3 straight Super Bowls and would have won 3 straight Super Bowls.
My heartbreak is when we played the Washington Redskins and John Riggins ran all of us. Man, that kid, man, I couldn't stand that. That hurt. That broke my heart.
He couldn't wrap up Riggins on 4th and 1. Don McNeil, he slid off him because he had a cast on his arm.
He had a cast on his hand. That's why he didn't make that tackle.
He couldn't wrap him up, and Riggins scored that touchdown to take the lead.
But John Riggins ran all over us that whole game.
Yeah, he did.
He only ran over us in the second half.
Phil Walker ran the second half kickoff back for a touchdown. We were winning the second half.
Yeah. We was winning in the second half. He did that in the second half. He ate us up in the second half.
Hey, you know another heartbreaker, man, was Clarence Davis catching that pass in the end zone, man, with Whichcomb trying to knock that ball out of his hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Knock it out of his hand.
That's the game I was talking about, Fred, with the Raiders.
Yeah, for the Raiders. Yeah.
Manny Fernandez is draped all over Ken Stabler.
Hey, you know, I didn't see too much of Zonka, man. You know, that might have been a little bit, you know, I might have not went back that far. The most I've got to see of was I've seen some Benny Malone play, you know. I've seen some of him, Benny Malone at running back, you know.
Yeah, because I think he wore number 32 like O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
3,000
I saw Zonka play. He retired in 80.
Morris, Jim Kick, and Zonka. And we just
I didn't see Mercury. I didn't see Mercury Morris or Jim Kick. I saw Zonka. He retired in 80, and
he played for the Giants in 79.
And that was my grandfather's team. The Dolphins was my grandfather's team. So I remember seeing Larry Zonka. That's what I became. Look, I was brainwashed, right? Like coming out of the womb. I think every boy in America come out as a Cowboy fan back then in the 70s. We didn't know any better. But then I had so much admiration for my grandfather. And I remember my grandfather always used to watch wrestling, you know. So I remember Gordon Solie, Ric Flair. So I became a wrestling fan.
Give me Superfly Snuka.
And that time my favorite all-time wrestler is Sweet Brown Sugar.
You know what?
Oh, I remember him. I remember him.
Chief Wahoo McDaniel.
That's one cool brother.
Chief Wahoo McDaniel played for the Dolphins.
Yeah, Wahoo McDaniel. Yeah.
I think Manny Fernandez played. Was Manny Fernandez wrestling and played with the Dolphins too, or was that just
wrestler? He was a great nose tackle though.
Isn't Chief Wahoo McDaniel Barry Windham's grandfather or father? I think it's his grandfather.
No. Barry Windham's father is Black Jack Mulligan.
Black
Jack Mulligan was Barry Windham's father.
All I know is if the WFL never formed, we would have won 5 straight Super Bowls. We lost Zonka, Warfield, and Kick to the WFL, and we still made it to the championship game in '74 without all 3 of them.
Well, that was a good combination, though. You had Kick, Mercury Moss, and Larry Zonka.
Yeah, but Warfield too. He was a Hall of Fame receiver. And
we got him from the Cleveland Browns.
Right, but
make no mistake about it. that team, that 72 team, that 71, 72 team, that was Bob Greasy and Paul Warfield's team.
Yeah, but no, that's not true because Earl Morrow came in and won 8 games when Bob Greasy broke his leg.
Yeah, he did.
I understand that, but that wasn't his team. That was Greasy's team. You see who took us to the? You see who took over for the playoffs?
But see, at that time, when that happened, though, Earl Morrall became the best backup quarterback in the NFL.
Without question.
Yeah. But he won. He won like 7 games. He went like what? He went like 7-0.
7-0, yeah, or 8-0.
And then as soon as Greasy was healthy, get your ass back on the bench.
Absolutely, yeah, Shula put right back in. Yeah, he did.
No, I think Earl Morrall he got hurt or something. Greasy came back.
No, he didn't get hurt. Greasy came back, and they put him back on, and they put Earl Morrall on the bench.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Earl Morrall was with Shula in Baltimore. He backed up Johnny Unitas.
Yeah. And
man, you know, we had some pretty nice wide receivers out there, and Freddie Solomon, man, and Dorio Harris, man. It's some pretty all right wide receivers right there.
It was quite Chris Chambers, man. It was quite. We had a lot of good wide receivers.
Greasy threw like 4 passes in the playoff game.
7 passes in the Super Bowl. He threw 7 passes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we won.
You know what's crazy? I mean, I probably am the youngest on the panel right now. I'm 35.
Hey, you know what, man? Hey, you'll be able to carry the torch, man. After we're out of here, bro.
I know, but like you guys got to watch the Duper, you know, Clayton and Duper, Mark.
Oh, they were amazing.
I can
the Marx brothers,
stuff because that was.
And you talk about.
Let him land.
The only thing that I can remember 100% was like a sure thing was Jarvis Landry and Ricky Williams before like this new era, you know. So I got to freaking see the Dolphins in like the dead zone, you know, like
you didn't get to see the defenses with Zach Thomas and Jason.
Well, that's true. Zach Thomas. I'm talking about offense, but yes, we always had that defense, which was
Jack Thomas, Jason Taylor.
I was never the biggest like over the moon Jarvis Landry fan because I remember 112 receptions and like 940 yards, and to me that was like what y'all? That's crazy. 112 receptions.
The shit out of him.
No, but I love Jarvis Landry because he had a dog mentality.
Absolutely.
He had that dog mentality when it came to catching that ball and running.
He'll get us a first down and then get us a 15-yard penalty.
Now, the first guy to hit him was not getting him down.
Yeah, I also like Jarvis Landry's run blocking ability too.
He was great. He was great after the catch too, man. Talk about yards after the catch, man. He was all right with that too, man.
And don't forget who his partner was in college.
Oh yeah, ODB.
There you go.
We've had some good receivers. We just made some of these guys into good receivers.
OBJ.
What's that? Big Nick.
I'm gonna tell you who don't get the credit that they deserve, and most Dolphin fans hate him because of one game. Kenny Steele.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the game that he dropped the bomb in Seattle?
Seattle game.
Yep.
Seattle game, yeah.
Never lived that game down.
That's true.
Yeah. Wow. Speed, but Kenny still had that speed for sure.
And that was Gates' first year. That's the year we started 0-2.
I hated to see Stills go, man.
But see, that's how. If he came in with Adam Gates, Adam Gates was getting rid of all the players that had that dog mentality.
Stills was part of the Tunzel trade, so we needed to get rid of him to get all the picks we got.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what messed up Stills was when he called out Ross. Yeah.
The whole sideline thing. Yeah.
That was his downfall.
No, it wasn't the sideline thing. I remember Ross threw a fundraiser for Trump, and he spoke on that, and then
and that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. I remember that.
Didn't he get in trouble though? Like the year before, he was supposed to be, he was going to come back, and he had a really good year, and then he got in trouble. like with the law?
I don't remember.
No, not Kenny Stills. Because he went to another team.
He went to.
He ended up going to another team.
He went to the Texans.
Right.
He still fell out with Brian Flores.
Yeah. So did Fitzpatrick? Or is it Fitzpatrick or Fitzgerald?
Remember, Kenny Stills got pissed off at Jay-Z for a comment Jay-Z made.
Yeah.
Kenny Stills went public about that. He didn't like what Jay-Z said. So when he went to practice the next day, this motherfucker playing Jay-Z song go to So that's what happened with Kenny Stills. Just like Brent Grimes let his wife get him run out of town.
You talking about Brent Grimes?
Brent Grimes' wife got him.
Yeah, sure did.
She got some shit started herself. Did she? Brent Grimes' wife.
Millions of dollars, man.
Can you believe
he ended up going to Tampa Bay?
The catch Brent Grimes made that interception, that one-handed interception in the end zone.
Just the line.
I know where I was. I know what I did. I remember my friend telling me to calm down. I just jumped out my seat. Brent Grimes! Brent Grimes!
Right for Calvin Johnson.
That was on Calvin Jackson. We should have won that
Calvin
game.
Johnson, yeah.
And the thing is, I like what we did when we got Brent Grimes, because when we got him, he was still hurt, but we let him heal up, and man, he started balling out for us.
He did.
Until his wife messed us up.
Today's NFL, that contract we gave Brent Grimes, we'd had to pay Brent Grimes. I think we gave him like a 4-year, $27 million contract after that 1 year. But if that was today, man, that'd be like 4 years, $80 million.
And he wasn't but 5'8". Brent Grimes wasn't but 5'8" inches tall, man.
But he played big though. He played big.
That dude, man.
He could go up and get it.
That's what I'm saying. He would go up and get that ball.
Absolutely.
And he ended up going to Tampa Bay after he left us.
And then, like teams could be killing us the whole game, killing our secondary the whole game. At the critical moment, throw Brent Grimes side as you want to.
That's like when we had Brock Marion too. Brock Marion.
Yeah, he was good too. He was good.
Of all time. Brock Marion. They could never. I mean, he had a running mate for a year. What he had, like Sammy Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sure did. Sammy Knight. Yeah.
But I remember that secondary. Now you want to talk about the secondary the Dolphins got? Think about this secondary. Sam and Pat. T-Buck was the nickel.
Yep.
Brock Marion was the safety. Sam. Oh my God, that was the secondary.
Jada Madison were the corners. Yep.
And everybody in the secondary had 7 interceptions or better. Brock Marion led the team with 9.
Yeah, that was probably, other than, well, we got to go back to the Super Bowl because Jake Scott and who's the other guy?
Oh, I know you're talking about. You talking about Anderson? Jake Scott and Anderson.
Yeah, Dick Anderson. Yep, you're right. Dick Anderson and Jake Scott. That was a safety tandem, man.
But that's when the beef between Pat and Sam happened that year. That beef happened because Pat had arrived. Pat had became the true number 1 on the team.
Yep. Yeah.
Right, because he had. See, the thing with Pat made it look different from Sam. He had what they call world-class speed. That's what they called it back then. They called it world-class speed. That's the thing.
And the real difference was the real difference between the two was speed might have been a difference, but the real difference was that Sam, your ass couldn't get off the line with Sam. If he didn't want you to get off the line, you wasn't getting off the line. But as far as coverage, Pat was a blanket.
Pat had much more speed too than Madison.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. He was using that speed.
But if Sam, that bump and run, if Sam didn't want you to get off the line, you wasn't getting off the line.
You weren't getting off the line. That's right.
I don't care right, who he was. You wasn't getting off the line if Sam didn't want you to get off the line.
I think this secondary that we have now can be better than that secondary.
Oh man, we got talent. I'm right now. I'm very happy with our defensive back roster right now.
They're bigger. They're bigger and they better coverage. Both of them.
And they're better ball hawks. Xavier Howard man, he catches everything. And Javon Holland, we haven't even seen Javon Holland's ceiling yet. I can't wait
Not
to see
yet.
it in Fangio.
It's gonna be scary.
And
It's gonna be scary.
he couldn't do what he needed to do because he had to cover for the other side of Howard.
Right.
Hey, but you know what? I don't think I don't think I want to see Howard trying to cover the number one wide receiver,
No, he's not.
or really the next.
This defense doesn't have to do that. This defense, they're going to play.
Or really the number two for that matter, man. For that matter.
No, in this defense, they play zone. They play man coverage in their zone. They don't have to cover all over the field. They play man coverage in their zone. So he's still going to man up. But once he leaves his zone, then the other guy's going to man up against him.
Yeah, but at this point, X is definitely a zone coverage corner right now. At this point, he's definitely a zone.
Yeah. His man to man.
He can play you on the line. He can play you on the line, but he's never been the type of cornerback that keep you on the line. Ramsey will keep you on the line, but see, X just gonna run your route for you. He's the smartest cornerback in the NFL.
And X baits the quarterback into throwing the ball.
He's the smartest corner in there. See, we didn't know that about X until Tom Brady. He fooled the shit out of Tom Brady twice.
Oh my goodness, you ain't kidding. Man, you should. Oh my goodness, he had Tom Brady's face red.
Good. By the way, hey, what's on? Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, listen. I wasn't watching, I guess, the stream at the time, and that's why I didn't see the super chat. So I want to apologize really profusely to Aquavision. He gave a super chat around 12 o'clock, about an hour ago, saying that a $10 super chat, which is Tua's our guy, QB number one, and he also put that with and another $5 donation with the top five. With the top five offense with Tua. Top five offense with Tua. Once again, Aquavision, I'm sorry. I'm just watching it, and sorry I didn't read it sooner, man. My mistake.
Talking about the old days.
I used to be afraid to say this. Well, not used to be, but this year, to tell people out in public that I believe that we are a top 3 team. Normally, I've been telling people I believe we're a top 5 team, but deep down in myself, I believe we're a top 3 team, straight up.
I agree. We can be. Right now it's on paper. We got to show it on the field. But I agree with you. And you know what? Lewis Riddick, who is a very well respected guy.
He loves the Dolphins. I believe he's an undercover Dolphin fan.
The Lewis Riddick says that we are a number 3 team right behind Cincinnati and Kansas City. So.
See, but that's just the thing. I don't believe we're behind Cincinnati, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. I just don't. I just think they caught a lucky break when they beat us, man. You know,
if we stay healthy, ain't no telling how far we can go if we stay healthy.
We was eating their ass up until Tua got hurt.
Yeah.
No, I'm not just talking about Tua. I'm talking about we need to stay healthy.
They have tough guys to cover though. They got 3 top receivers just like we do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
We do cover.
Though. That game, when did they get loose? They got loose deep in the game. Man. Like, they was under control. Jamar Chase was doing shit.
Bridgewater threw that interception that the ball hit the ground. That ended the game. We were driving to score to tie the game.
Tua with the quarterbacks besides Hurts? He hasn't played Hurts yet. But Tua is 1-1 against the other 2, right?
Hey, Cincinnati's come along. Cincinnati's come a long way, fellas. They've come a long way, man, because they've been bad for so many years, man. They were due. They were due.
Yeah, but your coach was our quarterback coach for Tannehill.
I mean, year after year, getting the number 1 pick, year after year, man, something had to give. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
What? Had to get rid of Von Bell and the other one.
You know what's crazy about
so they lost 2 of the
Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
This is what separates our general manager from the other 2 general managers, from San Diego's general manager and from Cincinnati's general manager. when those two quarterbacks get paid, that's their window. It's over.
Yeah.
Tua can get paid and we still have another year.
That's what I've been arguing with.
I'm not the roster top to bottom of those either one of those teams.
And we got a better roster than San Diego.
He has done one whole. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, he's missed out some picks on the offensive line, but he has built a very, very talented, young, strong roster from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Who y'all talking about?
Jets have gone up.
Those two quarterbacks get paid, their window is over, right? That's their window.
Well, it all depends who they have to get rid of once they start paying their quarterbacks. I mean, that's
we don't have to get rid of anybody. We're not going to have to get rid of anybody.
Well, it's going to be tough to pay. Listen, we got a lot of number one draft picks that are going to come up during their fifth year that we're going to have to pay. You got Jalen Phillips, you got Robert Hunt, you got Javon Holland, you got Jalen Waddle, you got Tua. That's going to be tough to pay all those guys, man.
Robert Hunt is going to get 8 to 10 million. We can pay both Jalen's. We can pay one in his fourth year. Don't even let him make it. We can give the other one the fifth year. Trust me, we're gonna be all right.
You gotta pay these rookies too, man.
I hope so.
No, but his thing, Greer will find a way. Because look how he's been doing with these contracts.
Everybody says Greer hasn't hit on picks. How do we have all these number one picks? They're going to want to get paid if he doesn't hit on picks.
Because you know what? But the NFL is not about your number one picks anyway. The NFL is about what your ass did from round 2 to round 6.
That's 100% accurate. 100%.
And I think Chris Greer
has done the rest of your roster. Absolutely.
I think Chris Greer has done a wonderful job between 2 and 6.
I agree with you. Look at Andrew Van Ginkel. You know, I mean, guys like that. Brandon Jones in the third round. You know, I mean,
Von Holland.
Yeah, second round. Yep.
Robert
Xavier Howard, second round.
And man, don't let Van Ginkel break out this season here. Oh my goodness,
I love that guy.
He's gonna be something else.
I kind of like to see. I kind of like to see Elliott over Brandon Jones, man. Me myself.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. They're different type of safeties.
Yeah, man. But you could
we can't touch him.
You could put Sean Elliott on a tight end, man. You really can.
I think you're gonna see Jalen Ramsey on the tight ends, and you're gonna see the kid we just drafted on the boundary.
No. You let Ramsey go ahead and stay with them wide receivers, man. Go ahead, let Sean Elliott deal with that tight end, man.
Our number one pick's gonna get some playing time. I'm telling you, our number one pick's gonna get some playing time, and you're gonna see him on the boundary.
He's gonna play 70% of the plays.
And you're gonna see him on the boundary with Jalen Ramsey covering tight ends.
Yeah, he's gonna play from day one. He's a starter. He's basically a starter. He's basically a starter.
I can't wait to see what Fangio does, man. He's he had a whole year off. He's talked about all these new coverages he came up with. I can't wait to see it, man. When he was talking about Aaron Rodgers, did you hear what he said? He said, "Listen, even Aaron Rodgers needs time to throw and open receivers, and he's not going to have either one."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not too. I don't know. I'm not too scared of Aaron Rodgers being with the Jets. I'm not too scared of Aaron Rodgers. In fact, I'm not scared of any team that we have on our schedule.
And by the way, Mr. Polk, are you on social? Are you on Twitter or social medias?
I mean, I have a Twitter account.
You follow me on Twitter?
Well, I haven't been on Twitter in a little while, but I'm slow to start getting back on there.
Okay, I was just asking you. What's your Twitter handle?
Let me see what it is.
Why are you doing that? Shake Money, what's the monetization like on Twitter? Is it worth it?
On Twitter, I have no idea.
I think people are starting to do a lot of shit on Twitter, man. Like people actually like doing shows on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter Spaces?
Yeah, but I don't. Is that what it is? Twitter Spaces?
Well, yeah, but they don't get paid for that.
No, they have a monetization.
Oh, yeah.
You know the deal with Tucker Carlson, right?
Right, that's monetization.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's going to be share revenue.
No, I don't go on there.
Well, look, regardless of your political views, Tucker Carlson is actually now on Twitter. So that's going to revolutionize how the news media uses Twitter. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, all it's gonna do is further the demise of the dying thing that is Twitter anyway. There's new platforms getting ready to come up, and Twitter gonna be in trouble.
I don't know.
I'm a dinosaur when it comes to that social media stuff. I'm lucky I know how to work the YouTube.
You know who has the best monetization out of everybody though? But they just so finicky with their shit, they'll snatch your monetization just for the fuck of it. Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook pays, man. But you come to your shit one day and shit just be demonetized. Like, what the fuck? And then it'll come back like, stop playing, Mark. But nah, that's a lot, cause motherfuckers quit Wall Street to come to YouTube.
Damn.
I think YouTube is the.
Y'all know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Man, if you look the next time you on YouTube and you just look at subscribers. If you see anybody with like 5, 6, 7 million subscribers, they making more money than they ever made in their life.
Yeah, YouTube is a little more tame than Twitter.
I don't know. I see all these millionaire OnlyFans women.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, all these women on OnlyFans, they're making all the money.
Hey, what's going
What's
on,
up, Chef Drew?
You are ambassador.
The ambassador.
The only real restriction YouTube has is as long as you don't curse in the first 2 minutes, there's no nudity or no violence, you'll get paid.
Or use anybody's music, right?
Oh yeah, they're big on that.
So what's your schedule? What's your record prediction, guys, for this year?
17-0, 2.0.
I like that.
I say 30. Well,
I'm with you.
I still gotta think about that for a little bit.
I think 13-4. That's what I was.
No, I'm not willing to get one of those because I don't want to predict the loss to anybody. I don't care. So I'm with that 17-0.
Okay, that's fair enough.
No, I'm 12-5, by the way.
12-5. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the New York Jets and the Bills schedule, it's like we could all be 11 and or better. What it looks like.
One of them teams
a dogfight.
Fall out.
You guys see Omar Kelly put us at 9-8 again? I hate that guy.
I guarantee you, one of them teams, the bottom's going to fall out.
Yeah, it's got to.
If I had a bet on it, I'd say it would be the Jets because that's just.
If I had to bet on it, I'd say it'd be Josh Allen and his elbow.
I would say that's just because they're.
You got a fucked up elbow, man.
Just the Jets' history,
Well, they're turning Josh Allen into something else. He's been a dual threat quarterback, but all the moves say that they want him to sit in the pocket more.
And that'd be the dumbest shit.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too.
I know.
I've been hearing that too.
He's nowhere near the top half of the league in accuracy. That'd be a dumbass decision on their part.
I agree, but they
got
got
Josh Allen. They still missing 3rd and 5s.
Yeah, I can't see Josh Allen sitting in the pocket and winning games just being a pocket passer. He wins games with his legs.
I agree.
That dude and Lamar Jackson about on the same level when it comes to accuracy.
Listen, there's no way they beat us in the second game if he doesn't rush for 40-something yards on that second to last drive.
Which was offsides anyway.
See, and what pisses me off, and not that it really matters, but and I understand, you got to remember, ESPN and all those companies, they're in the Northeast, so they got a vested interest in rooting for the Jets and the Patriots and all that shit. But what I don't like is that Buffalo beat us, this juggernaut that they still predicting everything go through them and they still favors in this. They only beat us by 5 points, 5 combined points.
I'm not worried about Buffalo.
Quarterback.
Hey, Shake Money, check the chat.
Combined.
That's my Twitter.
Okay.
So I can't do it. Hey, that might be a good. I just can't say look at the schedule and say this one team is gonna beat us. This one. I just can't do that shit. I don't care where we play and how good they are.
This is the first year I will say that I have no problem saying we could beat any team in the league.
I feel the same way, but it's just something. I don't know. I'm just not ready to say 17-0 yet, but that's what I'm leaning towards, though.
I wouldn't be shocked if we beat Kansas City in Germany.
17-0. 17-0 is hard to do, man. That's why only one team.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to do that. In fact, I think the closest team came to it was New England.
Yep, the Giants. Thank God for the Giants.
They dropped the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I think week 1 we're gonna look like the best team in the league against the Chargers.
I think we are going to give them an ass whooping.
I think we're gonna expose Justin Herbert, like for real. Like he's not that dude, man. He is not him.
He chokes, man. He is not a winning quarterback.
He is a garbage time quarterback.
He's a stat quarterback. He piles
right. For sure.
But he doesn't win.
Y'all sound like y'all describing Tony Romo.
Hey, good comp.
Because Tony Romo was like that too with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
But I think, and I hate the Cowboys. I can legitimately say like 1 or 2 seasons, like Tony Romo was a top 5 quarterback. You know?
Yeah, he was. But when
he fumbled that snap on the field goal.
But when it came down to important games, he wouldn't be able, he ain't getting the job done.
Some people say a borderline Hall of Famer.
No, you know.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
He's better than Dak Prescott.
Commentator.
Dan Fouts is better than Tony Romo.
Dan Fouts is a top 5 all-time quarterback.
Yeah.
Dan Fouts was the man.
It was only 2 big quarterbacks. It was only like 2 big quarterbacks back in those days, man. Dan Fouts and Dan Marino. It was like the biggest. They were like linebackers out there, man.
Marino wasn't there with Fouts. That was Strock and Woodley.
No, he played against Dan. That's who beat us in the playoffs. I remember that. In 1984, those 2 games, one of them was the Dan Fouts.
1981 was Don Strock.
No, 1984 when we went
the Kel Winslow game where they dragged him off the field.
Yeah, okay, but when we went 14-2 and we went and lost to San Francisco in the Super Bowl, Marino 5,280 yards, 48 touchdowns that year. 2 losses: San Diego and the Raiders.
Okay,
Dan Fouts was the quarterback in San Diego.
Yeah, that was the end of Fouts' career, though. Yeah, he was on his career.
Hey, but anyway, listen, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all could chat it up in the back if you want to, but I was gonna do some final thoughts. But tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I gotta meet my mom for early breakfast. So
I understand that.
Real quick, Shake.
You do the right thing, Shake.
I appreciate you, man.
This is what I mean. The stories that we were just telling, right? This is why we don't have that mentality about the Dolphins, right?
I feel you.
That's the point I'm trying to make because we saw that glory shit.
Oh yeah. By the way, like I said, Big Nick, you said you're gonna come on the blender with me. That's what we're gonna talk about. Why you became a fan and some of your most favorite memories, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, bro.
I guarantee you, if Lewis and Pete and Crypto and some of them Crypto might have had some, but if they had these experiences that Ron and Pope and I are talking about, they wouldn't have the PTSD they have now.
Oh shit! But I never had the experiences, but I don't have that PSD because I always think every year is a new year, bro. I don't give a fuck. Last year.
My biggest issue is that everybody every year wants. We don't have a good year. Let's get rid of the GM. Let's get rid of the coach. We had the same guy for 26 years. That's why we were successful. People knew what their expectations were. Walking into the building, they knew what their job was. They knew what their roles were. You can't keep changing regimes every 3 years and expect to be successful. All the good franchises.
Once Belichick is done,
Hold on, guys. We gotta let Shake Money go now.
Right, but you'll never see that again. We'll talk this backstage. All right, appreciate you, Mr. Polk. See you.
Okay, all right.